It's actually bird manip. I mean, right now, I'm not actually manipping the birds, but I might make strats where I manip the birds. It's fun to think about. But yeah, during my little hiatus, I was doing a lot of routing. I was trying to figure out why my RNG was messed up in war battles. I was like, all the things I was like kind of curious about, I went and figured out. I figured out how most of the spells advance RNG. I figured out some basics on the battle system in RNG. I figured out why you get that thing in Gragminster. It's because of the birds. And my guess from before was accurate. It actually is one advancement per frame per NPC on the screen. But it's random because if an NPC moves, RNG is not advancing during that point. But like if you have 4 NPCs on the screen, and RNG advances, and you go 900 frames on that screen, RNG will never advance more than 3600, because that's 4 times 900. Well, it will generally always be less, unless nobody ever moves. Then it'll be 3600 exactly. Tae-ho is also one frame per, or 1 RNG per frame, except when he rolls, or when he throws the dice, or when you throw the dice, and then some more. Alright, that was normal. Good. We can actually do a run now. Wait, that was down, down. Right, down, left. There's no version where it's down and then a different one for the one on the right. I didn't see the one on the right, but it has to be down. Alright, so now we're watching the birds again. Bottom left bird of the fountain. Let's see. Up left. Okay, so that's frame 9. Literally bird strats. This is a 456. This was my first attempt of the day. I had the same frame. This one's like a 22 step one, or 22 off, 26 step. And like, I'd love to be able to cut down the amount of steps I do by like moving down instead of left right away. But it would probably be fairly, I think it'd be pretty precise if I had to do something like that too, so. I don't know. Like, I was playing with, I was trying to find a strat like that on frame 7. It's like a 27 step frame, and it was so hard. Like, it's really random, actually. So, like, I think the setup, if I did find a setup like that, it would be very precise. It'd be like 2 steps down, 1 step left, 1 step down, something like that. And it would have to be all non-stop, so it'd be very hard to do. Okay, this is 2 steps left from the left side of the gate, so I can line up 1 past the left edge. Or I can line up with the left edge and then take 2 steps left or 2 steps right. I find those both easier than taking 2 steps left from the left edge because the visual markers are kind of bad from the left edge. You want to move left. It's a lot easier to line up like 1 step here, and there you go. That's exactly what I need. And 26 steps later, we will get our 3-1 multiplier. Yeah, there's still one part of this run that this route I'm very unsatisfied with, and that's the whole network segment, or like, starting from Cave of the Past to Dragon's Den. I really don't like how I'm doing that one. It's like 4 battles and not very optimized. I feel like there's something better out there, but I haven't been able to find anything. And they require me to do a Kairov battle, so it's actually 5. It won't work if I don't do a Kairov battle. I've been trying to find something better for that segment. That's where I've been spending most of my time, but I haven't been able to find anything good, sadly. What I'd really like to find is a full armor drop. Like some random battle in King of the Past where I get a full armor drop and it's still like efficient. That would be like the dream. Because that would set me up very nicely for like the rest of the game. I can skip a shop to visit the Seika later. It would save me like probably like 20 seconds. It would be very, very useful, but I haven't been able to find anything good. It's actually been really frustrating because I can find like several like manips where I'm like within 1 RNG of a full armor drop. But there's nothing that gets me the full armor drop. It's always like one off. It's really annoying. It's like, say one drops on something like, I remember like 2 numbers 79, 2 numbers 70, 2 numbers 80, 2 numbers 82. I would get like 80 and 83. Or 81 and 83. I'd just be, every setup I would try, I would barely miss it. And it was incredibly frustrating, and that's like the one part of the route I still want to redo, because I feel like it's like the weak point. That and I want to find a more consistent quantum segment, because I've been struggling a lot there lately. I also want to look into Tae-ho manip again. So my current theory on Tae-ho is I could probably manip him to at least like get a certain range of rolls. Like he can get like 1 in 5 different ones maybe, if I find the right spot in RNG. But I think the roll that you can't manip unless you're frame perfect is your own roll. I think that's where the issue is. Because my current theory on how Tae-ho works is once he gets like on a certain RNG within a certain range of like cursor positions, he froze. Sorry, I got excited a little bit. So like he'll always, I think he'll always throw within a certain like range if you're like kind of in the same RNG. But Tae-ho never rolls a 1, 2, 3 or triple 1, at least not in that game. Oh, that's the only time you play against him in this game, so he never does it. But your roll will always be random because your cursor position will always be random. Like you'll never be like frame perfect, you know? So I feel like your roll is actually harder to manip than Tae-ho's. Whatever, that's not bad. I got stuck there, that kind of sucks, but I have to like walk into a wall anyway, so doesn't matter. I should walk into the right wall there, that's a bit better. I gotta say, this camera quality isn't bad for a old smartphone. I was expecting much worse, but I'm kind of liking it. Oh, it is kind of awkward that it's, I don't know. Split like a second late there. It's, I guess it's mounted on my monitor that I use for the game, but I feel like I look at the game less than I do at like my notes when I run this. So, I don't know. Or maybe it just feels that way because I only see myself on screen when I look at my monitor that's not pointed at or not on. So like whenever I look at like how I look on camera, I'm always facing away from it. Whereas you guys probably see me facing the camera more since it's like on the monitor of the game. I probably do spend like 60% of my time in notes, no lie. Like a lot of the game is pretty straightforward. Like with all the text, whenever like there's text mashing, I'm generally not looking at the screen. I mean, I'm not looking at I mean, I can't fix my notes when I'm text mashing because I need both hands on the controller. But I do spend a lot of time looking at like my notes and chat, thinking ahead, which is like where most of my mistakes come from. It's like I start thinking too far ahead, I don't pay no attention. It's like, oh, you were finished text mashing 5 seconds ago, but you're still standing there mashing, looking at something. I gotta figure out a better place to put my Twitch chat on my stream. This was kind of like, the webcam was kind of improv. I was thinking about doing it to stream, but I wasn't like set on it. So I never bothered like putting my Twitch chat somewhere a bit better. I mean, I think it's okay, but it's a little bit hard to read because it's white text on white background. It'd be easier to read if I turn my lights off. That'll fix the problem. Yeah, this is me the whole run, by the way. What I'm doing the whole time. Whole run. I can't even really see my L1 button. Like, my left index finger is mashing the hell out of that button, but it doesn't look like it. Maybe. Yeah, that wouldn't be the worst idea. I don't know. I'll think about it. Honestly, I could just make my splits smaller and put like the Twitch chat between my splits and the cam, or like move my cam up and put the Twitch chat below it, something like that. I was just too lazy to like figure out the spacing this stream. I did make my splits a bit smaller for this one because they were too big for the cam. Like I couldn't fit both if my splits were full length. Yeah, you saw that? The lady tried to troll me. You guys saw that, right? You definitely moved in front of me there. True. I don't think I want people staring at my face that much. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna keep it there. I'll probably just like add a gap. I'll make my splits a bit smaller and put the Twitch chat on top of my splits. Or on top of the cam below the splits. I think that's probably best. Or I'll stop being lazy and make an actual layout and maybe do that. That's always an option too. What I think is best is like if I just did horizontal splits, but that's not an option with this splitting program. And I'm not on Windows, so I can't use live split. Whack. Oh, the item menu thing. I was like, what? Like, that was so random. Why is Chamel whacking in my chat? Alright, anyway, this run's really pretty good right now. I made I maybe lost like a second or two to tiny mistakes, but I should say like at least 5 seconds on this one. Possibly more. Because I got no random battle, and it hasn't been too bad. I've been relatively clean. I swear, I somehow always lose a second on Golem. Even though sometimes I do it better than others, it's always like, no matter what, it's a second. It's weird. Like, this one I didn't do tech skip. On the Magician's Island skip, I still only lost a second. Last run, I think I messed up more. Or, I don't remember what I did last run, but I lost a second. The run before that, it was actually really good. I still lost a second. It's like, no matter what, you lose a second. Also, the electrical tape on my freaking webcam mount is getting kind of loose. Because, like, there's a lot more weight on the back of it. It's kind of like peeling off. Tech skip. By the way, in case you're wondering why I have a second chair in my room, like a red chair in the background for you guys, that's my cat's chair. That used to be my brother's chair, but he got a new one, and then I noticed that my cat really liked that one, so that's like his. Like, and he sleeps on it, but he also likes to play on it. He generally likes to scratch at the back of it, like the netting. I think the brother got an upgrade. Cat got the hand-me-down, but hey, at least my cat has his own chair. He should be happy. I don't know where he is right now. He's sleeping somewhere. Like, they're supposed to be power washing our balcony sometime soon. They're power washing the whole building. I don't know if they already did it. But my parents didn't want my balcony. No, I can't go on the balcony, so it's been indoors for like the last 2 days. Normally at this time is like on the balcony napping. I'm kind of surprised it's not like scratching at my door. It's like, hey, Zero, you're doing a speed run? Let me watch. And pet me while you do it. You're a really good speedrunner. You can pet your cat and speedrun at the same time. Come on. Oh wow, that was actually really close. I almost didn't get this battle. I need to get that battle before this queen ends. It means I did a really good job with my movement, but I didn't even know that was possible what I just almost did. Like, when I got down those steps, I could have actually held left, and I think I would have skipped that battle. Well, the thing is, I don't just mash X. I mash L1 and X, so I do need 2 hands. If I don't mind losing some time on text mashing, I could just smash X. That's probably what the cat wants. much what thought process is. He'll want me to pet him for a bit. Pet him for like 5 seconds. He walks away, lies down. Wants me to pet him some more, but I can't because I can't move towards him. So then he'll get up, go to his food bowl, eat a bit, maybe play, and then leave. And then 10 minutes later, scratching at the door again. Let me in, let me in. That's like the big deal. I don't mind if he comes and wants some attention, but like I generally keep my door closed when I'm speedrunning because people are generally sleeping at this time. And if I have to get up and open the door for him, that's really annoying. You guys see my door? You guys can't see my door. The door looking thing is actually my closet door. Also, since like the back of my room is like all white, I was hoping I could set up like a white screen instead of a green screen, but no such luck. Since I'm also white, if I try to get rid of the white background, I also just get rid of myself. they look like hockey sticks. I'm not even blaming you on that. They straight up look like hockey sticks. It's just like, how do they shoot out of the hockey sticks? That's the real question. I want to take a drink. Leave my hand on the floor. I'm gonna take a drink here, maybe. Well, you wouldn't see anything on the stream with the white screen. It'd just be darkness. Floating eyebrows percent. It would probably be something like that. I mean, you can still like see you can see my facial features, but like the outline of like my head and stuff is completely like blurry and going in and out. And like the background isn't actually like all gotten rid of either. As you can see, my background isn't all white. It's like it gets rid of some stuff, but not everything. So it doesn't work as well as I hoped. Now, if there's some kind of like way to use machine learning to give me like a green screen effect, that would be interesting. That's something I want to look into. Oh yeah, you're playing on disc, right? So I don't know like how you'll get your cheats to work. I think you need to buy like a Game Shark disc or something. I've actually never done that. Like for me, since I always do play this game on emulator or on PSTV, and on PSTV I have an emulator also, memory access. So I use the memory addresses to like that the cheat codes use to edit things that I need edited. I never actually like input cheats. I just edit the memory address by hand. Okay, one battle. This is where the count starts. What? I forgot to... See, if you get a battle in that step and you're still holding left, you bounce to the right. And I got a battle here. If I didn't get that bounce, I would have skipped that battle. That's so troll. Okay, I'm at 2 battles. Really? That sounds interesting. I don't know about how Connect works to really understand that, but... Maybe I need to buy like a Connect now. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna see if there's any way I can rig up like a green screen effect. I think it'd be cool. Besides, you know, actually adding a screen, because I don't have any green screens laying around for like years I could reuse. Oh, that's interesting. I do like 2 cams. I do have a Kindle somewhere around here that I can maybe use for that. Those itches. Ah. Oh. See what I'm talking about? This is like what gets you. It's like, you let go of the controller, it's like, yeah, you got a second. And no, more text. I think this is like my #1 time loss in runs. Just like me letting go of the controller for a second, and it's like, oh wait, I need to do something. I just want to scroll down my notes, man. Although I feel like that kind of thing you would actually need like 2 connects and special software. I don't feel like you'd be able to do something like that with just any 2 random webcams. Yeah, so Connect had something special for that. That's really interesting though. I think 2 connects is cheaper than setting up a green screen. PowerPoint, yeah, I think you were the one that suggested that. Well, that time it wasn't a PowerPoint, I just had an itch I had to scratch. I still kind of want to try that. I'm just too lazy to freaking set up a PowerPoint. I still gotta try that at some point. It's a really good idea. It solves the whole scrolling problem. Like, imagine you had a game where it's like you had to have your controller, you're always doing something. It's like, how do you scroll through your notes? Or the other instance, what if you're playing on PC and you need your mouse, like you're using your mouse and keyboard? Maybe you have like your notes on second screen, but you're not gonna like alt tab out of the game to scroll down your notes. I always wondered what they like PC runners did. Well, honestly, it's not that simple since like a lot of the stuff won't fit properly. Holy, wow, Big Pong Balls, thank you for the host. That is a big host. Welcome everyone. Welcome to a Suikoden speedrun with my first time showing my face. Now, all you get to see my face. This is too much pressure. I'm hiding the cam. Hi, Cloudy One. Also, I just noticed my Twitch alerts are kind of covered for the cam. I need to fix that real quick. Thanks so much, Big Pong Walls. That I really appreciate that. I'm guessing you were streaming Phantasy Star. How did that go? Or were you streaming something else? But yeah, we were just for those of you that just got here, we were just talking about whether PowerPointing your notes is a good idea for speedrunners. I feel like it's Chamel's idea, and they can have some potential. I see, sorry, yeah, how did the runs go, man? And thank you. I will need the luck, because I'm not exactly playing all that great. Honestly, I just want to finish a run today, because this is a new route, and I haven't gotten to test the whole thing all at once. Oh, that sucks, man. Oh, wow. Nice. Congrats on the world record, dude. That's great. Yeah, we were talking about PowerPoint for, not for splits, for notes. So, like, whenever I'm, like, looking at my notes and, like, I get to the next part, I have to scroll down, right? So I have to, like, pick up my mouse and scroll, and it takes up time and it takes up a hand. Well, PowerPoint, you can have it set as, like, one button, and it'd be, like, a good way to transition through your notes. And then it got me thinking about like how PC gamers use notes, because they need like they can't really alt tab out of the game, I'm guessing. So it's like, how do those guys look at notes? Do they have a second computer? Maybe. Those are some sweet emotes right there. I like that new PV one. Hopefully that one can be applied here quite often. By the way, so I've never played the Phantasy Star series before. Would you recommend it? Like, casually? Is it a good series? I've heard it's generally pretty good, but I don't know, like, anything about it. I think the only Phantasy Star I've ever watched was on your stream. Okay, I'm at 3 battles now. Alright, so how do people do on PC games, if you have some insight there, Chikuku? I'm thinking, like, the only way I can think... Well, I mean, I think it depends on the game and how the game handles, like, alt-tabbing out. But, if the game doesn't handle alt-tabbing out all that well, then I feel like you have to use... Okay, I need to fix that. Thank you for the follow. I can't see your whole name, sorry. My webcam's covering part of it. True, I do know about that. Hold on. Damn, now Twitch the chat's moving too fast for me, and this is the part where I have to text mash non-stop, so I can't let go of the controller. God damn it. I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this many people. Alright. So, recommending 4 then? Sorry, I gotta scroll up in chat. I'm a little bit behind. Or ahead, I should say, I don't know. I love Final Fantasy VI, I've played that one. I think that's an amazing game. I think that's actually where I see like I started watching Big Kwong Balls on Fantasy 6, if I'm not mistaken. I hope I'm not like being an idiot. You have streamed that before, right? I feel like you have. That was actually a game that I wanted to learn. I think it's a really cool game. And LCC has done so much work on that game. Like, what I am to Suikoden 1, LCC is to Final Fantasy 6. So, props to him. Oh nice, you have done runs. I think you've had world record at some point, I think. I remember seeing that. So, that's really cool. How hard is that game to learn? Like, I'm imagining sketch percent's pretty tricky because of like the glitch abuse. I'm thinking glitchless might not be too bad. The sketch glitch looks really complicated though. Okay, hold on. Glitch alerts, moving up. There we go. Oh, background input would help a lot. Borderless window, background input, that seems like a good solution. But it kind of depends on the game. Some games don't support that. Oh, really? Wait, 45-minute skim in Final Fantasy 6? Wait, what was found? Oh yeah, Operating Fury Suikoden series has the best music in my opinion. Best music out of like any RPG series. At least PS1, PS2 era. There are some games I think I might like more that are like after that. Like, I know some people are gonna hate me for this, but I actually really like Final Fantasy 13. Like, in terms of gameplay, I don't think it's like top Final Fantasy or anything, but in terms of music, that game is phenomenal. I love the music from 13. The whole series has phenomenal music. Like, the whole trilogy, I should say. I don't know if it's better than Suikoden. I think you have to like compare it game by game. Some Suikoden games have better music, and some you could say Final Fantasy 13 is better. But I think that's like outside of Suikoden series, that's like my favorite soundtrack. Oh, if you haven't played Suikoden, you should get on that. Suikoden series is amazing. Amazing story, amazing music. Gameplay is a bit dry in 1, but every game after that is better. And even here, the gameplay is good. It's just like there isn't as much customization. It's like a bit basic. Dust to Dust. Which one's that? When does that one play? Alright. Sealed Cave. I don't remember that. Floating Continent. I do remember. Oh, okay. I see. Wow, that's a lot. I gotta look into that. That sounds really interesting. I want to know what was found. Like, what the skip is. That's awesome. I wish there was skips like that for this game. Oh, Urba. Urba's music was so good. Yeah, okay. That's Dust to Dust. Yeah, I love the Urba theme. I recommend starting with 1, definitely. Like, you can start with 2, and Suikoden 2 is kind of like a more deep game, but like, if you play 2, I don't feel like you'll appreciate 1 as much after playing 2, but if you play 1 first, you'll appreciate 1 and 2 more. Because 1 adds on to 2, and 1 won't feel so bad if you play it first. Not that it's bad, but like, if you go from Suikoden 2 to Suikoden 1, you'll like notice the difference in gameplay. It's like, it's a bit of a downgrade because it's older, and it's not as like well developed. Yeah, definitely Cloudy 1. Well, definitely one of my favorite parts of the game. I really wish they explored, what was it called? Not Cocoon, the other one. Oh my god, I'm spacing here. I'm spacing out so hard. Freaking, it's like 2 worlds. It's Kakuna, it's like floating above. What was the one on the bottom? I can't remember the name. How can I not remember this? Pulse, there we go. Pulse. And Pulse. Yeah, I wish they explored Pulse more. I mean, they have like the missions and stuff, but it's like there's like 4 or 5 areas that are all kind of similar. And like there's more gameplay content, but in terms of like towns and stuff, there's really nothing. Although that's true for all of Final Fantasy 13, so you can't even really say that it's like Pulse only. Alright, I gotta switch notes here actually. Let me focus for a second. Let's pick the wrong cup there. Yeah, the rune system is really improved a lot between 1 and 2. That's like the biggest difference. And then 2 has like a lot more extra stuff. It generally feel like has more depth in its characters. But 1 has like its own charm. Like I think 1's still my favorite, even though I played 2 quite a bit. But like if you're just starting, definitely start with 1, in my opinion. Oh, there's the cat. There's the cat scratching. I called it. He wants to get in now. I called it. I see. Which chapter was that? I think that was... I want to say chapter 8? That's the one where you're going to Hope's house, right? Palamisha? I'm trying to remember where I grinded. I don't think I ever spent too much time grinding there. I think I did most of my grinding in chapter 9. Or was it... No, 11. Chapter 11. Like, when near Grand Pulse. Since I was doing all the side quests and stuff. Alright. I gotta go open the door for my cat. Also, I didn't get a world map battle there, did I? That was pretty lucky. He's just like lying down in the hallway right now. He's like, I don't want to go in. What are you talking about? I'll come in a second. I kind of like left my door cracked open, so if he like tries to scratch in it, it should open for him. Oh man, me running into a wall there really sucks. Oh man, I'm a bit late. So this will probably cost me like 3 seconds and 750 bits. I didn't get, like, normally where I got that 1 slug battle, I'm supposed to get a free slime battle, and then after that, I get a 1 slug battle. I'll get 2 slugs on this screen. Yeah, I'm late. Sorry, I've been ignoring chat a bit. Got distracted by the cat. I wasn't thinking of the soldiers in Hope's house, or like the soldiers on the way to Hope's house was what I was thinking of. I remember those guys dropped chips. I don't remember if there's credit because there was like credit chips. And there was another kind of chip that was worth less. Alright, gotta make sure I pick the right dialogue option here. But I feel like I got most of my money after that. I think part of it... Oh, I think I got most of my money like grinding Adamantoise, really. But that's like... That was decently late, so... Oh, no, not even that. I remember now. It's the little bot. Bhakti, I think? That's how I got my money. In chapter... Yeah, it was still chapter 11. In Orba, actually. I did the Bhakti thing. That's where I got most of my money, and then that was enough until like I can like start grinding Adamantoise, and then it's like I started making my money off Adamantoise drops. Yeah, I think that is the first chapter. I think that was chapter 8. If I'm not mistaken. Or no, chapter 7. I think after that was the chapter of Saj and Vanille 8 or 7. I don't remember which one was first. But yeah, this is apparently a Final Fantasy 13 stream now. I want to stream that at some point. Just like a casual playthrough. I actually want to beat the game properly for once. I've never actually done everything in terms of side quests in that game. I've gotten close. I've gotten towards the end and I kind of like got bored or got tired of it. So at some point I want to stream like 100% playthrough of that. I just don't know when that will be. Okay, so this battle right here, you normally don't want to ever get this. This makes me get 2 crows on this battle, like on the world map here too. Plus that battle's a bribe, so I'm short 750 bits. So it's not a big deal. It's like, it doesn't really even change anything, it's just a little time loss, little money loss. And it just means I was late in my manip. It probably means that I text matched a bit too slow when I left Rockland. Hey, power, the power. Yep, webcam. Although if you follow UMVC3, you've probably seen my face before. I do not want to talk to Victor. You've probably already seen my face. So, this shouldn't be this new to you. Yeah, same here, Cloudy One. Pulse was so cool. I just wish there was more to it. Like, I think the best two games to compare, like, to 13 are Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy 13. It's like, when you think about it, they're both very linear. I feel like Final Fantasy X just has a bit more side stuff. It has like maybe one or two more like side areas you can go to. And the biggest difference is that you can backtrack. In Final Fantasy 13, you can't really backtrack. That's like where I feel like a lot of people don't like it. Like, you can't go to all the places you've been to before like Chapter 11. Which like kind of kills a lot of content because you can add new stuff there. Thank you for the follow list, Brad. You can have like new content. Oh really? I got another battle here. So lucky. You get more content after all that. Like if you revisited towns and stuff. Although I don't think there's many towns. Revisit areas. And there was like no towns also. That was like another thing. But overall, it's still a really cool game. I still enjoyed it quite a bit. Okay. That took me a while. I couldn't remember if that was a run or a bribe. I wasted like 2 seconds there thinking. Because I'm a bit late. Usually the first 3 slime battle in this area you actually run from, and then you get that one slug battle. But since I'm late, my first 3 slime battle I actually need to bribe. I kind of got like thrown off a bit. Oh really? I think like most people really love Final Fantasy X. I really like that game too. I've never actually beaten that whole game completely either. Alright, please attack Victor. Yes. Okay, cool. If he attacks Grimio there, then I fail the run. If he attacks Victor, then I get a successful run. That's why I wanted to attack Victor there. And it's like, who he attacks doesn't actually matter. It's more like, I know which... It's like slightly different RNG you end up on. And I think there's some things in this game where it's like, even though it's the exact same battle, same RNG, you get a different result. But I think in this case, it might be because of Odessa's speed stat that changes the battle. I'm not sure. Although, honestly, that shouldn't make a difference either, so it's probably just one of those random things this game does sometimes, where it gives you the exact same battle, same RNG, and you can have 2 different outcomes. Yeah, I think that was the thing, Shamel. Both linear, but like... I mean, Final Fantasy X was kind of a straight line though, it's just you weren't being led on it, you can go and turn around. In Final Fantasy, like the difference between Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy 13 is one you can turn around, one you can't. Yeah, Speedrun was cool too. Although Crystarium isn't really all that different. It's like, almost the same thing. Speedrun gave you a bit more flexibility though. That's literally the whole thing about it. Freaking 10 was more flexible. 10 was a more flexible game than 13, that's why people generally liked it more, I think. I don't know how people feel now. I remember when it was like first coming out, I heard a lot of criticism about the game, which is kind of like what I'm basing what I'm saying off now. I don't know if people's opinions of the game have changed over time. My mind's still like in release day era. Yeah, weapon upgrading in 13 is a bit silly, but also it's kind of interesting too. It's unique. It's very expensive and you want to do it optimally or it's like really bad. My god, I was losing so much time on this split, what the hell? This one I didn't make any major mistakes. And I'm still losing 20 seconds here, or over 20 seconds, what the hell dude? I can never get a good Adefa split, it's actually crazy. I always end up like 25 seconds behind my PB here. Like what the hell did I do in my PBs? It's the same thing for glitches, I can never make up time on the split. So weird. I've tried 8, but I'm the kind of person where like if there's an exploit, I want to take advantage of it. So like I tried playing 8, I tried playing the card game, and I never actually got anywhere because I just played the card game, I couldn't figure out what the hell's going on, and I just gave up. Never really even made it into like the first dungeon in 8. Also, unlucky encounters I'm already at too. I should, yeah, only 2. Yeah, well, it goes up to 3x, not 4x. I'm assuming you're talking about 13. If you're talking about the card game, I have no idea. Yeah, the card game kind of like ruined 8 for me in a way, because I never actually started playing the game because I was playing the card game. But honestly, by the time I played 8, like it was like recently, like in the last like 5 years or so, or I tried playing it on emulator, and it's like that game actually felt so dated graphics wise. Like Suikoden 1 is older than 8 by quite a bit, but like this game is like 2D and it pulls it off nicely. 8, I felt like the way they did the 3D, it felt very ugly to me. I couldn't like... The visuals actually bugged me, and I'm not like someone that cares about visuals a lot in the game, but it actually made it hard for me to play. I really didn't like it. Also, is it just because this Chandler like have an eye patch or some shit? I don't think he had something covering his left eye there. Or right eye, I guess. Left, my left, his right. Yeah, I agree with you there, Shamel. Like, I feel like the bad attempts at 3D kind of sucked, because they just couldn't pull them off. Although, in terms of RPGs, you have like beautiful games like Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, which are all 3D and they looked amazing, so it's kind of weird now that I think about it that the RPGs were kind of ugly. I don't know why there was such a difference in quality. I think maybe it was disk space issues? Because, like, in terms of CPU performance and, like, graphics, I feel like the PS1 had enough to, like, render a good quality picture. Yeah. Honestly, I think Suikoden 3's graphics are fine. I don't think it's, like, super fancy 3D, but it's not, like, visually ugly to me. Like, 8 is for me. But I do think the Suikoden like series in 2D, it was better looking than the Suikoden series in 3D. Even 5. Like, as much as I like that game, I think Suikoden 2 is prettier than Suikoden 5, even though Suikoden 2 is only in 2D. Ah, thank you for the follow, Cloudy1. Something over? Oh, ran over my cable, my controller. Alright, so I need to scroll down my notes again. Oh, wow, I moved around that lady perfectly. I really don't want to get stuck on anybody in town there, because RNG is always advancing. I got the only Bribe. Also, this one's really early. How am I early when I was late this whole time? That's so weird. Okay, so what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm not gonna skip town text, and I'm gonna... wait. Text world. Text walk. I might get too cold here. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. That was very good. I kind of messed it up, but it actually worked out very nicely. Also, I missed whoever that was, but thank you for the follow. I sadly didn't see it. Okay, so these notes I should have been. Now I need to scroll down these notes, because I did a bad job setting up my notes beforehand. But I should have saved some time there, I think, or about even. Wow, I lost 6 seconds. What the hell? How did I lose 6 seconds there? Oh, that's a bit. I had... oh, I know what it was. It was the random battles. I had 4 world map battles, as opposed to my 1, where I got my gold earlier today. Yeah, it was definitely the world map battles where I lost the time. And I really want to figure out my own depth, but for some reason I can never make up time there anymore. It really bugs me. Like, I'm incapable of not losing more than 20 seconds on that split. I don't know why. It's driving me crazy. Anyway. That's in the past now. Alright, so for those of you that aren't familiar with this game, you're about to meet Tae-ho, and there's a reason this split is called #FuckTae-ho. To continue the story, you need to beat him at his dice game, or I'll explain the rules in a second. But the dice game is 100% RNG, and it just, you gotta get lucky. That's it. You generally get him within a minute, but you can easily lose up to a minute here. You can lose more than that if you're very unlucky. You can get it instantly and get a gold split. It's just pure RNG. Rules are simple. You throw 3 dice. Your goal is to get 2 of a magic number and then the third number, and that third number will be your score. So you got nothing here. If you get a triple, if it's anything not ones, you win triple. And if you get triple ones, you lose triple. You got a 2 right there. If you get a 1, 2, 3, you lose double. If you get a 4, 5, 6, you win double. Okay, cool. That was a good Tae-ho. Very good Tae-ho. 4 roll. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I will take a 4. You jerk! You ruined everything! That's also what we call troll NPC. This guy can block your path there completely, and you just can't pass him. Loses you like 7 seconds, it makes the RNG manip a bit harder. I think it's less than 7 seconds. I think it's like 5 if you react instantly, go up, and then go into that house to reset him right away. I think it's like 5 seconds. Zawazawa. I don't know what that's all about. So I'm like 5 seconds behind on this split, but this split I actually have a lot of time I can save. In my PB I had a pretty slow split here. And this manip is actually very complicated. So actually I gotta pay attention here. Okay. 3 Oanis, 1 Ghost Armor. You might notice that I'm playing with one hand right now. Alright, 3 Oanis, 1 Ghost Armor, and then 2 Giant Slug. I'm using my RNG tool to figure out where I am in RNG. 3 Slug? No. Okay, 3 Oanis. Okay, so if next battle is 3 Giant Slug, 1 Ghost Armor, I know where I am. Oh, another cool feature of the Suikoden series, the controller layout is generally designed so you can play with one hand, using the shoulder buttons as... Cool, I know where I am now. Next battle is going to be 2 Oanis. Oh, this kind of sucks, we can get like 2 more battles here. But yeah, you can play these one hand. L1 and L2 are generally confirm and cancel, and the D-pad's on the left side, so you can play this game with one hand pretty easily. Ah, man, so many battles in here. Okay, 590. Anyway, point of this, well, we're going to be manipulating our encounters until we finish Dwarf Vault, which is like 30 minutes from now. But I need to know, like, if I'm going to fail a run, if I need to bribe, that sort of deal. But I also have an RNG, very RNG-based event called the Wheel of Misfortune coming up. And I'm going to manip that to give me first try wheel. Before this manip, this run would suck, because each spin of the wheel takes like 15 seconds. If the wheel gives you a random battle, you either lose like 20 seconds doing the battle, or 5,500 bits. And it's just like, it was the run killer. It's just like, there was nothing you can do about it. Now, we can manip it, but it's not easy at all. I have to do like either step counters or do something creative. Actually, I'm in a very good spot on RNG for wheel manip. I'll be at 5490. Oh, nice. We're going to be in a very good spot for this. Dragon by dragon. Oh, I haven't even mentioned that. So, there's this thing called the bribe glitch in this game, where normally you're not supposed to be able to bribe certain enemies, like bosses, but if you press bribe twice quickly, and you have the money for it, you can bribe anything in the game. So pretty much every boss, besides like the first 2 in this game, we bribe. And we never do it. In Glitchless, we kill all the bosses, so if you want to watch me murder bosses, you should watch my Glitchless world record. Here we will be doing no bosses whatsoever. We'll be killing everything, and this run's really more about money management and like handling encounters well. That's Invisible Vicky glitch right there. If you have Creo last in your party, you can talk to an Invisible Vicky, who is your your teleporter. That's a really fun glitch too. But I can only explain things so quickly here. Money is power. The whole reason this war starts is because the Empire is corrupt, and the game shows it beautifully by giving you the bribe glitch. It's like, what better way to show corruption than letting you bribe everything in the game? Alright, so I wanna... If I ever see Free Robot Soldier... No, actually that's not true, I won't know where I am automatically. So I think what I'll get here is 6 robot soldier, 6 robot soldier, 1 slot man, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know yet. That should be around where I hit. I'll always overestimate, so... Alright, 6 robot soldier. Now the question is if it's 6 robot soldier or 1 slot man. If it's 3 robot soldier, I'm way early. Okay, I'm gonna have to force another battle regardless, so I'm gonna do that. Alright, 1 slot man, so 3 robot soldier. And this RNG is really good here because I can run in right after I get this battle. So now I can go into the wheel room and I'll get first try wheel. In this RNG, there happens to be 3 battles in a row where I can enter right away and it'll be first try. That's why this RNG is so good. And I only gained 14 seconds, wow. It's because of the troll NPC and because of the amount of world... not the world map battles. The amount of random encounters I got in Torrent Castle. My previous run I saved more time, even though it wasn't like as easy of a setup because I had less battles and no troll NPC. There's more time to save here really, but it's kind of like luck-based. Oh yeah, dude, no, Dragon's a pain in the ass. Like, in Glitchless, even though I manip the battle, well, I'll manip the battle, but like, I level up in Great Forest, I manip having double dancing flames. That battle's still scary, because you really don't want him to kill anyone, since that'll mess up your XP round. So yeah, Dragon is brutal, man. It's actually, I consider Dragon the hardest boss fight in the game. The only thing that comes close, in my opinion, is, oh, maybe Netcord. And Sonya. Probably Netcord before. I think Netcord's harder than Sonya. Because he has a bit more health, and he has 2 AoE attacks, whereas Sonya only has 1. So, a bit more likely that he'll hit you with massive AoE, but Sonya's AoE does more damage. In Glitchless, in Glitchless before I started manipulating the Sonya battle, we were basically praying that she didn't do AoE. Or you would just like die if she did 2 AoE. If she did double AoE, it was run over right there, basically. Unless you spend some time buying sacrificial Jizos, which are basically like if you die, you get revived. Wrong option. God damn it. But there's no good place in the route to buy Jizos, so you would have to go out of your way to buy them. Hey, Biostrike, thank you for the follow. That's actually still one of the places where glitches could be improved, because the final boss battle has a decent chance of killing you. So you wanna... you wanna have Jizos for him, but there's still no really efficient ways to buy... or place to buy Jizos. I mean, I kind of have one, but it's still kind of a waste of time, so... And money. Although money's not really an issue in that run at that point. It's like, well, basically, like, if I was running glitchless and I was like 15 seconds behind world record, I would have to make the decision of, do I buy Jizos or not? Because not buying Jizos is very risky, but you can save like maybe 15 seconds by skipping the shop to buy them. And it's like, oh, I really don't want to buy Jizos because I'm close to world recording, and if I buy them, I might not have enough time. And then the one time I did decide to not buy Jizos, he screwed me over completely, because the only way he can insta-kill someone turn 1 if you is if he does his like one single target attack on one of 2 backline party members, or 2 of 3 backline party members. Hey, Dustin Mc... Oh, and the sick name, Dustin McDowell. Thank you for the follow. That's a nice name you got there. But the one time I decided to go YOLO and didn't buy Jizos, he instantly one-shot one of my backline mages, and there's like nothing you can do about it. If you don't buy Jizos and he does that attack, it's just run over. That was like a very depressing way to lose a run. Just like, hey, screw you, buddy. You're dead. Let's switch to Great Forest here, add 2000. Hoping this is an accurate representation of where I am in RNG. Survey. Okay, I was like, wait, he trolled me. God damn it! I finally like he trolled me again. But I forgot I gotta get this guy, so it doesn't matter. He gets reset. Troll NPC counts 1 so far in this run. By the way, I keep like a mental count. Yeah, any percent is not 108 star. Any percent is doesn't matter how many stars, and glitch is allowed. Hey, squeezed in the drink there. That was a bit tight. This is something I haven't done a good job routing. I don't know how much RNG advances exactly between Wheel and Great Forest, so I'm hoping my estimate of about 2,000 is accurate, but if it's not, it'll make it really tricky to find where I am. Honestly, I should have more confidence, and I think I have the estimate of 2,000 for a reason. But it always makes you nervous. I know in Glitchless it's like 3,000, but in Glitchless you do 2 more battles. And you walk through Kaku again. That's like 700. I think 2,000 is a good estimate. Might be a little bit too short actually. I think it might be like 2,300. Now that I think about it some more. And like what I'm talking about here is like basically RNG in this game works in a certain way where it's like it doesn't use these numbers, but it kind of goes in order. Like it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, except it's like random numbers. It's like 50 to 4 to 70. Like it goes in order. So if you're ever on 4, you know the next one's gonna be 50 every time. So you can kind of keep track of your spot in the RNG, and depending on where you are, you always get like the same sequence of battles. And what I'm doing is I'm like keeping track of where I am and like figure out what battles I'm gonna get, so I can know if I'm gonna like get a run, or if I have to bribe him, or stuff like that, really. Like for Wheel, it's so I know if I can get first try Wheel. It obviously doesn't use like those numbers though. It's like it's a 32-bit unsigned integer. That you, well, actually, you can say it's a signed integer, kind of. It's 2 to the 31 possible values. It's a much more complicated number than 54. Also, if you don't trigger this cutscene and you do what I'm about to do, you self-block the game. I almost forgot to do it. Invisible Vicky again, now we teleport to Great Forest. What are you talking about? I didn't get mugged. He tried to kill me and I paid him off. I'm a high roller that way. He didn't take my money, I gave it to him. In exchange for not completing on his goods and services for someone else, Wendy. Alright, so I didn't get a lot of battles. 3 Kobold maybe? 3 Cold or 2 Holy Boy, 1 Holy Spirit I can see happening here. 2 Holy Boy, 1 Holy Spirit. Okay, wow, this battle's really far from that battle. I'm not even sure if I'll get this. Well, if I don't get close, then I know I'm here. Okay, this is a little bit annoying, because I don't know where I am in the RNG. Exactly, but I know roughly. And it's also pretty good because I only have 1 random battle. That part's pretty lucky. Alright, so I'm probably around like the 8800 range? Oh, okay, this range is pretty good actually. Okay, so as long as I don't get 3 Kobold or that 2 Kobold fight, I'm good here. 3 Kobold Sword, 2 Mage. Okay, I know where I am now. I'm gonna get 1 more battle, but it's gonna be a run. Alright, there's no horrible sequences of Eaglemen here. That's good. Not the best. Oh, actually, it's pretty good. Much better rune shot than last time. I butchered this so hard last time. Yeah, it's a glitch. It's a weird glitch where that only works if you have Cleo as the last person in your party. But if you talk to that spot right there, when Cleo's the last person in your party, you can talk to Vicky, even though she's not actually there. It's called an Invisible Vicky glitch. I wasn't the one to find that one. That one was actually found before I even started speedrunning this game. I still have no idea how anyone found that shit. It's so random. But, it's a pretty useful glitch. Probably saves like a minute. Also, she disappears when you get cast level 2. I should let you know. So if you're the kind of person that recruits people early, if you get cast level 2, she's no longer invisible over there. But generally, by the time you get cast level 2, you already have Vicky recruited. And you can do some fun stuff with her, like when Kirkus is like lying on the floor in front of your castle, you can actually teleport to Kaku before you talk to him, and end up behind Kirkus. You can completely softlock your game by going past Kirkus and recruiting people until you're castle level 2, and then Kirkus just disappears from the game. If you don't trigger that cutscene after you've gotten Kirkus, if you don't trigger that cutscene I triggered by my boat, and you teleport to Great Forest, or you go to Great Forest, you don't have to teleport there. You actually soft-lock the game. There's a lot of soft-locks, really, off that glitch. Yeah. You can literally walk over Kirkus' body, or walk over his feet, not his whole body. Wait, did I ever jump this forward? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Okay, this RNG is pretty good, by the way. No failed Eagle Men, as far as I can see, so my money is gonna be healthy. 2 Death 4, 2 Eagle Men. Okay, 1 Death 4 next? I see this right. I'm hoping that's what it is. Oh, 3 Eagle Men. Okay, so I'm 1 later. Right here. This isn't as good as I hoped. I did forget to jump it. Wait. 3 Death 4, 2 Eagle Men next? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the right spot. I'm noticing that the worse your Tae-ho is, the better your RNG is for this segment. The earlier RNG actually kind of sucks, but the later RNG is generally pretty good. So, oh wow, I don't even get any more battles after this. There's a 600 gap with no battles here. That's actually sick. But I'm not even gonna have any more battles. 600, that's so rare. I never see gaps this big. Especially without Champions Rune. Only with Champions Rune do you get stuff like this. That doesn't apply for World Map though. On World Map I can still get battles. So I need to jump at like 2,000. That guy almost trolled me. That guy right there is the worst troll you can get. In front of the stairs there, if you box the stairs, you have to re-enter the area. That not only loses you time, but if you don't ever go to this place outside like story events, it actually doesn't pop up in Vicky's teleport list, and that makes your menu a bit nicer for Vicky. If you enter here even 1 extra time, so like 3 times or more, it ends up on your teleport list and your menu is a bit worse. Alright, so I should be somewhere around here. 2 blue machine or 3 blue machine most likely. Both are fails. 1 red machine is a fail. 3... And man, this is all fails. 3 red machine, huh? Oh, nice. So I either got lucky there, or I know where I am. It was actually exactly where I estimated. That sucks that I got that battle right before leaving that room. That's like subtracting 60 steps of no encounters. Because that screen with the levers, you can't get encounters there. But it still increments your step counter. Okay, oops, I went 1 too far up, or 1 too far down. Okay, well next battle is 2 blue machine, it's gonna be a bribe. Then next battle is 3 blue machine, it's gonna be a bribe. You might notice a theme here. And then it's gonna be 1 red machine, it's also gonna be a bribe, but it's honestly not that bad because they're the cheap bribes. The blue machines are the cheapest bribes in here, and 1 red machine is also pretty cheap, and it's only 1. So. Like the worst thing that can happen is being forced to bribe divorce. That kind of sucks. Alright, so next is 1 red machine. So a bribe. But it's a very cheap bribe. What's the RNG looking like after this? Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely not gonna pick up the money. There's 5,000 bits I can pick up in the chest, but I think I could skip a pretty big battle if I don't pick it up. So this will probably... Actually, I'm not even sure if I can skip it, fuck. Because this battle will advance my RNG by quite a bit. Since I'm getting some levels. Voice of Earth doesn't advance. Actually, Voice of Earth, the spell, fun fact, it advances your RNG by 0. Same with Storm by the Wind Rune. 0 RNG advancement. Okay, no, I should be able to skip that battle. Lots of bribes in here, but they're the cheaper bribes. And I didn't get that many battles, so this was actually a really good segment. Like, we're on really good pace here. And then remember to hand this over to Victor, and let's see what's now. That was a very good dwarf vault. Alright, now we're gonna go sharpen our weapons. We don't really need this for combat, but we need it for duels. That's the only reason we sharpen our weapons at all. Okay, so we end up like 16,000 after dragon. Can I sharpen to 8 or 9? I'm gonna go to 9 again. Might as well play safe. Going to 9 gives you better duels. 20,600, 13,000 for those. Dragon's about 5,400 for that battle. It's considered. 15,200. Yeah, I want to sell my stuff in Tae-ho. Because if I get one nightmare, and yeah, if I get one nightmare, unless I, well, actually, I always do a battle. So I think the only case is if I get a free slime battle. I can take a risk and not sell my stuff. Actually, I think it's a fairly safe risk even. Oh no. So let go. I don't need this anymore. Now that I got into the level up, those Eaglemen are like goes. Before you get a level up battle, those Eaglemen are all runs. And they're not cheap to bribe, so that's a big issue there. Hey Chucker27, how's it going, bud? Okay. I can relax a bit now. The run's a bit easier at this point. I mean, like, for now at least. Now it's just a matter of not missing this damn ladder like I always do. This ladder is such a pain in the ass. Yes, first try ladder! Holy shit. This is the run, boys. First try ladder, let's go. That ladder is just like really hard to get onto. It's like, normally in this game, if you're like a little bit off, it bounces you off the walls. That ladder doesn't bounce you off the walls, then it's a 2-tile gap. And your body is 2 tiles wide. So it's just really hard to get on that stupid ladder if you're running. Because if you're running, you move a step every 2 frames, so it's like... It's a 2-frame trick, actually. Getting that movement is a 2-frame trick, technically. It's not really a trick, it's just... It's really tight. But yeah, I think I am going to sell myself in Tae-ho. Because I think if I do that, in the best case scenario, I can skip selling stuff in Warrior's Village at my first entrance. And I think it's pretty likely that I can skip it, since my last run I could have skipped it. Natural 2-frame requirement, exactly. That's the best way of putting it. It's like, you don't think about that kind of thing often. This isn't the kind of game where it's like, oh, you need a frame-perfect trick or something, you know? Although there is a place, well, Holy Rune kind of needed that. But the movement with Holy Rune is... It's not easy. There's lots of places where it's a too wide entrance, and you move a step every 2 frames. So they're like 2-frame like entries. 2-frame movements. It's like, this isn't an execution heavy game at all, but there's definitely stuff like that that's like actually hard. Oh yeah, this game's definitely crazy optimized at this point. Stretch it time. Got a spell animation here. Really have to do anything, so... Wait, they got level 24. Huh. That's weird. I think I got level 25. Oh, it's because I did 2 battles, probably. Oh, we should be fine. The worst thing that can possibly happen is everybody doesn't hit level 29 and so near. That would fuck me over so hard. Like, that would be almost a run killer. Maybe even actually a run killer. Well, not a run killer, but I would lose like 30 seconds to a minute. But the way I set this up, that should never happen. I should always get level 29 on everyone in Soul Near Prison. So, I'm not too worried. Unless my math is just completely wrong somewhere. Yeah, so this here is a war battle, for those of you that aren't familiar with this game. It's basically rock, paper, scissors. And the interesting thing about it is that on PSTV or PSN versions, most war battles always put you on the exact same RNG value. It's not intentional. That memory, like where RNG is stored, is just overridden by something else. And we take advantage of that quite a bit. So this is like an RNG reset here. This one isn't as important because there's only like one dungeon after this one, and well, actually we do take advantage of it there quite a bit. We only get one battle, it's a run, and then we can manipulate the duel with Quanda, which is also rock paper scissors. This game has a lot of rock paper scissors. Doesn't matter. But the war battles are like the key to the most modern routes because you kind of like control everything using your war battles. You control all your random encounters in an area. Kind of like, you get to know what battles are failed runs and runs. Because if you don't know what battles are failed runs and runs, and what battles are failed runs and what battles are runs, you either have to spend a lot of money on bribes, or you have to spend a lot of time killing stuff. Or you have to take a lot of risks, just like guessing. I started to notice it back when I ran it on PS2 even, but like, I didn't really start abusing it until quite a bit into it. Like, first I figured out Holy Rune and Wheel, then I figured out Marco, and then I started to notice the war battles. That was like the progression there. It's also kind of like console dependent too, so it took me a while, and not all war battles are consistent. Like, the battle with Sonya, that one is always like a certain range of RNG values, but it doesn't reset it the same way every time. Griffith is generally the same, but sometimes he likes to fuck you over and do something different, and that's like a run killer. So, I've only had that happen once or twice there. And Tae-ho I always thought was random, but turns out it wasn't. What else is there? And depending on what console you're on, like what PSTV firmware you're on, you could also get different results. So that probably had me going for quite a bit longer. That's still a big issue right now. So here I'm trying to keep my movement precise. That'll give me a preset duel. There we go. So Quanda will do first turn desperate attack, second turn desperate attack, third turn attack, and I'll just defend desperate. Yep, victory. My power stat's quite a bit lower than my last run. Actually, it's not quite a bit lower, it's too low. That doesn't matter much for this duel, but it can matter for Tae-ho. Because you want to hit a certain like damage. You want to hit over 90 damage if I sharpen my weapon and level up. If I only sharpen my weapon or level up, I want to hit 60 damage. If I do neither, I want to hit 45 damage. Wow, I actually saved time on this split. That's new. My last run, I lost a minute on this split. That's nice. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And I have more money than my last run, too. I almost forgot that I had to pick this dialogue here. So here is basically the option where do you want to murder this guy for trying to kill everyone? That burning mirror there, actually, remember the fact that the village of the elves burned down? I haven't even talked about the story. But you saw him coming down the mountains and you saw the ashes of the burnt village. He's responsible with that burning mirror. And the dwarf village, the dwarves actually made that weapon. They didn't believe that you stole it, so to prove that the Imperial Army stole it, you have to go break into their vault and steal something else to prove that it was possible to steal from them. That their vault is like insecure. So that's like what the whole vault thing was about. And then the dwarfs actually brought the weapon to destroy that burning mirror, which is why it was shattered there. And then we go, storm the castle, kill the dragon that's casually guarding it. I don't know how Quanda got a dragon to look for him, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind the elves too much. The elves are kind of dicks in this game, so it doesn't really hurt all that much. All the cool elves survived. That's what matters. The only one I might have considered saving in the Village of the Elves, besides like the ones that live, is the Runechop guy. He wasn't that much of a dick and he was useful. Everyone else is kind of rude, and they overcharge the fuck out of you. Really? I think Ruby best elf, and Sylvina cutest elf. Stallion's definitely the most useful for speedruns, though. Oh, so I don't know when most of you guys came from the Big Kwang Balls. I'm pretty sure you guys were here, but if I noticed that this town right here, I entered it, or I entered it, I exited it, and I entered it again, right? Oh, wow, what the hell am I doing? Can't line up. Talk to this guy. Well, I basically re-entered the town twice. What that did is it put it in my teleport list. If I didn't do that, then it wouldn't be in my teleport list with Vicky, and I'd have to take the boat over here, and it cost some time. So if you're just like wondering why the hell did this random why did this speedrunner just like exit this town and enter it again for no reason? What's wrong with this guy? That's why. Yeah, Ruby's sick. He's like he's basically Cleo, I think, in terms of like stats. I think he had slightly better like skill and attack stats. Magic wise is basically Cleo. Speed wise is better than Cleo. He's actually a better version of Cleo, really. As much as it hurts me to say because I love Cleo. But Ruby's actually very good. Like, in speedrunning, I don't really use these kinds of characters, but casually, I love, like, the battle mages. Like, you know, the people that have good magic, but are also good physical fighters, like Cleo, Tengar, Sonya, Ruby. Sadly, you don't get to take advantage of them as much in a speedrun because pure mages just trump them. But they're all really cool. Grenzel has Thunder. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good final battle party. I would generally take something like Tengar, Cleo, and one more, depending on what kind of mood I was in, I think. I would always like to take Sonya, but you get her so late that I'm not sure if I used her. Because there was like always like one more person I wanted to take instead of her. She was like 7th place. I really wish you got Sonya earlier in the game. I love Sonya. She's one of my favorite characters. But you don't get her until like final dungeon. Alright, good night, Cloudy One. Thanks for coming by and chatting. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Victor is not too good. Victor is like the opposite of good. Victor is by far the most useless person in that party. Even casually speaking. Victor isn't here for his combat prowess, he's here for the one-liners, really. That's his purpose in the game. He makes shit happen. And he has the best one-liners. But in terms of battle, he is not very good. Yeah. He has the best dialogues, for sure. What the hell is that? My notes are a bit fucked up here. Fix that. So here you just mash X, this battle is auto-lose. So you just mash X until you die. Look at that. You killed like 5,000 of your army of 6,300. He wipes you, man. I don't know how the game even continues after this. He lost 5/6 of the army here. Goodbye, all your troops. And then next battle you'll have like 10k again. Somehow. Yeah, me too, man. My favorite thing to do is when Ryu and like your party with Ryu end up in South Window for the first time and Victor goes up to you. And it's like, hey, it's Victor. Hey, it's Bear. And his trick that he uses in Muse to get into the conference, that one's gold too. The guy just starts crying. Oh no, he uses it to see Annabelle, he doesn't use it to get into the conference. Hook asks him, he was gonna use the trick to get into the conference. Alright, focus time for me. I gotta do this movement properly. They're just too stoned to continue fighting those. This battle is almost skippable, by the way. If I had, if I could move one more step without a battle, I would probably skip that battle. If I recall correctly. Oh. Alright, so I am gonna sell my stuff here. Oh. Actually, I have less money than my last run because I didn't get... I'm hoping that wasn't late. Because I didn't get that steel shield drop this time. Okay, no, that was fine. This part always worries me. That movement's kind of tricky, and it's important. This movement's a lot easier. That doesn't have to... Actually, that might have been too little. Fuck. What do I get if I get too little? One Holy Fairy run. Okay, that's fine. Whew. That's not too bad. I didn't move enough there. I needed to move like one more step to push the RNG forward a bit. If I did that, I would have probably had no battles. But I'm okay with just one battle. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so now we just get to go on a little cruise, chill. I get to stretch a bit. Ugh. I really want to crack my fingers. Gotta do it like this. We talk to a whirlpool over here. Hey whirlpool, how you doing? Oh, he just said rapids. That wasn't much of a conversation. Oh, we teleport back to our... Oh, I almost forgot to mention. So we recruited Helia and we picked up an item from a chest there. That chest contains that big mirror there called Blinking Mirror. And that lets you teleport back to your base from the world map. So that's going to be our main method of transportation from now on. That's how we get around now. I'm hoping you mean thicker in a good way? Although I doubt it since I haven't been to the gym in ages. I don't know how to take that. It feels a bit kind of insulting. I don't know if it's just an observation. I'll take it as a compliment, even though it doesn't sound like one. Thank you, man. Thank you. All muscle. Yeah. Dude, I am 5'6". God damn it, dude. So I sound like a 5'6" person? Well, I guess that fits, because I'm 5'6". And I'd say I'm pretty skinny, too, so... Really, if I hit the gym again, I can bulk up again a bit probably, but I'm generally around this body size. Get this shovel. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thank you. I'll take it as a compliment. We'll pretend it's all muscle. I used to work out like quite a bit. I played soccer for 7 years, and then I spent a few years going to the gym. But I haven't been to the gym in like ages, so I'm the most out of shape I've probably ever been, sadly. But I'm not terrible right now. I just have a bit more fat in places that I'd like, and a bit less muscle in some places that I'd like. But I want to start going to the gym again. I just want to fix my diet first, because that's where I always fucked up before. I never had a good diet when I was going to the gym. So I felt like I wasn't getting very many results out of it, and then I got bored of it, because it's like, I'm doing all this work, I'm not even seeing a difference, and like... This was back when I was going to school too, so I was like, studying full-time, going to school, like, I was like, exhausted. Just like, I got lazy one day, like, fuck this, I'm done. Well, it wasn't like that, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna skip this one, and then it's like, I'm gonna skip the next one, it's like, well, I guess I'm skipping all now. Fingers are in fighting shape, damn right. My fingers are freaking thick as fuck. They've been training for so long. I have brown hair. Oh yeah, the point is you're exercising. I haven't really exercised at all in ages. And like back when I was going to school, even though I wasn't exercising, I was at least like walking at least an hour a day, generally with a heavy backpack on, so I would stay in like relatively good shape based on that. But I graduated like a year and a half ago. Or actually no, it's like 2 years ago now, and I haven't been doing that. So like, I feel like my lifestyle is a lot more sedentary than it once was. And I feel like that's affected my body negatively. But like, I'm still cool. I mean, I really should start going to the gym, but like, I don't look horrible, I think. I don't feel horrible. If I go to the bathroom and then I flex in the mirror, I still look pretty good. If I don't go to the bathroom first and I flex in the mirror, I look a little bit less good. to be fair, my face has been on the internet for ages. I used to play Marvel vs. Capcom competitively, so if you pay attention to my real name, or like the name that I go by, and you YouTube that along with UMVC3, you would find a bunch of matches by me, and there's always like a face cam for that. So my face has been on the internet for a while. It's just like, it's a bit trickier to find. Oh, so is mine, man. So is mine. Yeah. It wasn't that bad machining. If you're referring to me like going to school and gym, you get used to it. And like the hour walking with a heavy backpack wasn't so bad either. Especially since I wasn't exercising, it's like well, I don't know. Would it be more exhausting if you were or weren't exercising? I guess it'd be like if you were exercising but it wasn't a gym day, it'd be less exhausting. But if you haven't exercised in a while, it'd be more exhausting since you're weaker. Oh, I see. Oh, nice. There you go. You can probably just like put in my YouTube name, UMVC3, put in UMVC3 or Marvel vs. Capcom or something like that. You'd find matches by me. Sadly, that game is dead now, so I haven't been into fighting games anymore. I used to go to tournaments pretty often. I was pretty good. Like, I was never like the best in the world, but I was like a step or two below the best in the world for my game. Like, I wouldn't win tournaments consistently, but I could always put up a good fight. I mean, I struggled more against some players than others, but I was always very good. So, there's definitely footage of me in tournaments. Although I didn't really travel for tournaments, I would only go to local stuff, and then it's like only when I wasn't busy with school or something, so I didn't get out there as much as I could have. Oh, I forgot to do something, but it's okay, I'll have another chance. It took me a while there because I'm not supposed to have Gen and Kamado in my party here. I'm like, wait, what? I forgot to remove him from my party, but I can still do it right now. So, run's not over. If I forgot to do it twice, then it's run over. Because they'd be stuck in your party for Sonia, that would kill the Sonia route completely. Oh, nice. So you're familiar with FGC too. And I know OmniGamer has played some Melee. I don't know if you've ever played it competitively, but I've seen him stream Melee, I think. So he's done some fighting games. I don't know if he's ever been to tournaments and stuff. So yeah. And I need to switch my notes here. Oh. I need to remember to move up there. Alright, so I'm hoping one double, one Birdman. It's pretty good RNG. I get 3 nightmares, I'm probably after that. Oh, there it is, 1 double one. Dude, that was actually so consistent. That was like maybe 40 RNG earlier than my previous run. Wait, what? Never mind. Forget I said anything, that's not consistent at all. What? Oh, so Max 66, thank you for the follow. Okay, I was like 100 earlier. This is gonna be interesting actually. Fuck, this might be bad. I might have to burn a lot of money bribing right now. Fuck. I might have to throw away 10,000 right here. If I get free Nightmare right now... Oh my, I'm gonna have to throw away like... Fuck. I have to throw away like 13,000. Oh, I have to throw away like 16,000 actually. Because there's still one more Nightmare fight. I have to bribe. That's so bad. But I never want to get that battle. I need to like maybe not town skips or tech skips somewhere. So I can make sure I don't get that battle. The one bright side is the RNG is a bit better here in terms of like how spaced out the random encounters are. So I'll have less battles overall, but that's pretty shit, honestly. Oh my god, and I ran into a wall there. That's really shitty, what I just got. I'm gonna be 16k short. I think I'm gonna have to go and make 2 more shop visits because of that, as opposed to 1 more shop visit. I'm gonna have to pick up an extra item to make up for the money lost. Or what I can do is I can take a time loss and die on the first Neckward battle. Okay, I should be on the first one Nightmare fight, I think. So now's the second one nightmare fight. This one I have to bribe. Oh man, I have like no money now. I have like 2,000 bits by the way. A little bit over 2,000 bits, I think. It doesn't seem right. The point is I'm fucking broke. That's the point. I'm so fucking broke now. Yeah, honestly, I don't need to keep track here. This is all the same shit. The thing is, with these enemies, failing a run takes a shit ton of time. The 3 nightmares are the worst enemies by far, probably in the whole run to fail runs on, because they have really long attack animations, and since all their attack animations are spells, they advance RNG at like very random ways. So if I failed a run, I wouldn't even know where I was. I don't think you need a board controller for Ellie. I think some people customize theirs. I think it's just hard to get a good controller for it. I think GameCube controllers are kind of rare, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is like the worst place in the game to fail runs. That's why this tool is actually so useful for this area. So it makes sure I never fail runs, but if I end up early like that, which is actually, so I think I even thought of this before, I need to like not tech skip in one town, and I should be safe from like ever messing that up. I wasn't actually sure if that battle was good or not, now I know that it's really bad. Because you end up burning like 16k on fucking... 16k on like bribes if you get that battle first. Rip Gramio. Get your Bible pumps out, people. Bright side is, even though I lost 16k, I saved a lot of time here. I think it's gonna be a gold. I mean, it's not cheating. It's like, here's the thing, I thought about like trying to do runs without RNG manipulation. It's like, I think that'd be more fun in a way, and it'd be like easier for people to get into. But the thing is, you can't stop it. That's the issue. You can't not RNG manipulate in certain areas. Like for the example, the Quantum War battle, I always do that war battle that way because that's the optimal way to do it. And then I'll always be on the same RNG afterwards because I always did the war battle the same way, and it always resets RNG. It's like, maybe I can skip Marco or something to not reset my RNG at some points, but no matter what, there will be points in the game where the RNG will just be preset, and it would like, even if you like, you can't not manipulate it, you know? It's just like, no matter what, you'll be on the same RNG, and if you're speedrunning the game and you're being competitive about it, you'll notice that it's like, oh, you're getting the same thing each time. It's like, you'll do the optimal thing because it's optimal. And that's like, without even intentionally doing it, you're doing RNG manipulation. I really wish you can kind of like get rid of RNG manip, but I don't think it's possible. I want to find myself another copy of Suikoden 1 for PS1, PS2. I want to see how things are on that. Maybe on that one you can kind of not RNG manipulate. And if that's the case, then I'll be doing some runs on that. I've been like hunting on eBay lately for a copy. Yeah, I definitely opened the Pandora's box. Yeah, no, I agree. RNG manip isn't cheating, and if you can do if I could do separate categories, I would. Because I feel like because of all this RNG manip, this game is really hard to get into, which I don't like. I want more people to play this game, but it's like I think people get intimidated because if you want to have like, if you want to be competitive, you got to do all this shit, and you got to learn how everything works, and it's very complex. But like, you can't turn off the RNG manipulation is the issue. So like, there's no way around it. You can kind of like, you can minimize it, but you can't avoid it. But like I said, I want to try the PS2 version. I think there's a lot less RNG manip on that one. But even then, there's options to RNG manip. Like Marco isn't consistent on that one, but you can have like 1 of 4 different branches, and it's like, if you're playing optimally, you're gonna figure out the RNG manipulation for that. And you'll really want to, because RNG manip in that gets you wheel, and that's really important. Like, I'm down to do runs without RNG manip, but I don't want to give up like wheel, first try wheels. That's like, because that's not fun, that's not skill related, you know? Wheel manip is actually huge for the category. I know even like non-RNG manip strats, you want to be able to do it because it literally changes everything. It's like, if you don't have wheel manip, every run's just like randomly gonna lose a minute or two or be like perfect. It's like you have no control over it. It's like, it's not fun. It's stupid. Yeah. I want to make some... At some point, I'm gonna make some more routes that are like a bit more standardized. I want to do that, so like people can get into it, but the sad thing is, it's like you'll never be competitive without the RNG manip. Trust me, it's not. I used to run this game before wheel manip. I actually figured out wheel manip myself. It's not fun. It's like, oh, you're on a great run, you're a minute ahead. Well, shit, I just had a 6-minute wheel. Run over. Like, there's no fun in that, sadly. Just pain and suffering. And it's like, oh, you got a good wheel, and then it's like, okay, if this run dies, you're gonna cry, because fucking good wheel is impossible to get. Alright, looks like you guys reset. I don't have my spreadsheet here for the losses that I'm supposed to have. I think that's right, and then 787 here. There we go. Reset there. So, if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to say my sword in the duel. I think I was on completely different RNG in my last run here. Also, wow, I saved 30 seconds there. It wasn't gold though, which is kind of surprising. Also, I noticed I'm really hunched forward when I play. Although I'm noticing it more because we had a conversation about posture with my friends last night. Hey, thank you for the host, Retro Redfield. And now, ever since that conversation about posture, I've been very self-conscious about my posture. And this duel is also very sad. We're all over. Yeah, there it is. He said, my sword. That's what's supposed to happen here. So I was on a different RNG for this. That's why I was like confused when I got that fourth shadow fight. I messed up the manip for both Tae-ho war battles in that run because I did them both too quickly. So Tae-ho war battles are weird because for your charges in these war battles, you have to like delay a little bit. The soldiers need to get to like their original spots. If they don't, the RNG ends up being different. It's actually like why I never found a Tae-ho manip, because I was always mashing and it always ended up a little bit different each time. Until I realized it's the same if you just like delay it a little bit. But that's what happened in the last run. That's why the run died to Tae-ho duel, because I was on different RNG because I mashed a bit too quickly. Oh yeah. But the thing is, you don't have to go for a world record. No Bible ones for you. Jesus. I always feel bad. You guys ever read the dialogue for freaking him losing the duel? It's actually heartbreaking. It's probably the saddest death for me. It's Pawn's death. And like, here's the thing, you won't be able to get record. Oh, Kasumi still moved the same way though, that's why I thought it was the same thing. I mean, maybe it was because my menu was slow. Maybe that was the issue in my last run. And they took an extra step here too. Wow, that text... Was it me or did I text match with Sanchez's text super slow? Sanchez, I think, moves up or down here. Or in the right RNG. Yeah, down. Jerk. You couldn't move close for me? You gotta move away from me? Asshole. That was a good menu. Oh, that was a good elevator. I'm doing everything really well so far, so I should be early. Oh, here's another thing. If you're running 108 star, good luck doing that shit without RNG manip. Like, any percent glitchless might be more fun without RNG manip. But 108 star? Hell no! You really want RNG manip for that shit. That category is so painful if you don't have a manip. Like, it's actually so rough because Nameless turned an Opal list. Oh, fuck! That's so bad. Okay, my manip here is kind of ruined. One grizzly bear, run! Alright, I want a group of 4 here. There's a good chance that I fail a few runs here. Oh wow, I got a group of 4 instantly. That was so lucky. I messed up I had to get my movement really clean in that area. I'm probably on this one right here, 583. Oh no, how far that is, that's impossible. I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't care. I'm out. Peace. Please? Yes! That actually looks about normal. This is kind of like what the normal Calico looks like. But I definitely messed up my movement enough that it messed me up. Maybe I'm early on this RNG. Run? I might be... Well, I have the money to buy them, but... I just had a feeling I'd get it on the second try there. But yeah, I think like the most fun for most people would be any percent glitchless with no RNG manip. I think that'd be the easiest to learn. I feel like it'd be the most exciting because boss fights can kill you. You don't have to worry as much about money management, which some people might not find fun. That's probably the best category for casual runners. Wait, what? Who'd you forget? Wait, what? I like Pawn. His death always gets me the most. He was just always trying to, like, follow his heart, trying to do the right thing. He wasn't always right, because he betrayed me, the bastard. So, like... You know at the end, after Tae-ho beats him, he gives him an offer to rejoin the Imperial Army. He's like, nope, can't do that. Gotta follow my heart. I'm sorry. Like, he could have literally lived. He just had to rejoin the Imperial Army. But instead, he's like, no, I can't do it. I think his death is heartbreaking. Oh, Sonya. Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks. I never forget about Sonya, because she's my favorite character. Well, she's not my favorite character. She's one of my favorite characters. Deserved. Next. He stuck up for you, man. Besides, it's thanks to him that we got rid of Ted. Ted was the real jerk. Remember how he talked to Fletch? I missed that boat. Whatever. How much money do I have? 15,000, so I definitely have to sell. I have to sell twice, actually. Even then, I'm gonna be fucking... What am I doing? I literally just wasted a few seconds there. I was thinking about my money for the next part. I got distracted. Nah, Fletch didn't do shit! Freaking Ted started it. Dragon Knight, you're just a punk! You literally just randomly called him a punk. That was all Ted, man. That was all Ted. I mean, I didn't like Fudge, but Ted started that shit. I was like, oh, Ted started that whole thing. Alright, so 9, 10, 3013. Let's do this right this time. I'm not gonna look at chat right now, sorry guys. Because this is where I messed up last time. I'm doing it a little bit slow too. I really just want to finish the run today. 3375, that's correct. I'm using my troop counts here of how many I lost, how many they lost, to tell me if I'm on the top or it's like my marker. 857, 2736, good. I also want to start like the attack right away because the game lags when you're like going into the person. Oh, I didn't even see that one. This one I have to wait a bit. There we go. Because Humphrey has less dialogue. 730, 3355. And then Black Man, even though there's only one guy there, I do still have to wait for my whole army to reset. Fudge was just a punk. Yeah, I mean, nah, Fudge isn't that bad. He went by himself to freaking get the Dragon Orchard. He did his best. You guys are hating on Fudge too much. Can't say he's like my favorite character or anything, but he deserves some credit. More credit than Ted. Oh no, that's not true. Ted's done some shit too. Ted's lived a hard life. Although I always wonder, if like Ted ends up being your best friend because of the events in Village of the Past, or Village of the Hidden Rune, as it's actually called. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna pay attention here so I don't game over again. Here I come. Yeah, good. Alright, next one should be that. Oh, exactly enough damage. There we go. He has 180 health, so 90 damage is the minimum to do a 2-turn. If I did one less damage, it would take 3 turns. It'd still be okay. I wouldn't like run over or anything. The next turn he does a desperate attack, so I just defend and he dies. But if it takes 4 turns, it's probably run over. Because he does defend, attack. So unless you can kill him through the defense, you'll probably lose. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose time on this split. I'm going to pick up some extra items because I'm really short on money. Hey man. Dude, think about Ted in 4 too. Ted freaking leads you onto a ghost ship to fight some fucking spooky monster shit. Ted's a jerk. Ted is actually like a dick to everybody but McDole, really. Even Laszlo is kind of a dick too. Like literally, he's only ever nice to McDole. Alright, by the way, as long as nothing horrible happens, my route like works properly, this should be a PB. Everything after here is way better mapped out than it once was, and it's faster, too. We've gotten through like all the stuff that's kind of like random. This stuff, well, this is still a complicated manip here, but this isn't like really random anymore. I'm gonna lose some time here because I'm gonna pick up 2 extra items. I'm gonna have to go to the item shop twice, sadly, to sell stuff. Because I'm really short on money. But besides that, everything from here is faster. This actually is something I haven't figured out. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to have enough money for Crystal Core after all this in my old route. I think I was just kind of winging it. Alright, so I should go to the armor. Yeah, armor shop's a bit closer. Well, the thing is, you seem to have an impact on those events. Possibly. You took Ted out to the back, you met Uber, I don't know. I'm actually not sure how the time travel works in this game. Zero out of 10 worst name. That's the part that got me there. Crew's name is Ted. Freaking disgusting name. Oh man. Oh, what the fuck? I still don't have enough? An half star? We actually have very little stuff to sell here. This is awkward. Yeah, I just barely had enough money. Wow. Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna pick up 16,000, 5,000. Yeah, I'll have enough money to bribe this, bribe the next one. Honestly, in hindsight, I wish I didn't bother and I just let Network kill me now. Because I think the time I spent in the shop is like almost equivalent to the amount of time that Network would take to kill me right now. But I need 30,000 to bribe Network here, so that's why I'm doing this. Oh, wait, 30,000, 33,000, 20,000. Shit, now I'm considering doing something a bit weird. No, I think it's still better to do it this way. Yeah. Because if I didn't do a level up battle in Kairov, I'd feel pretty confident that Network can kill me in 3 turns, and then I'd feel very comfortable letting him kill me. But because I leveled up, that cord could easily take like up to 5 turns to kill me, and that ends up being pretty slow. If I get rid of my level up battle in Kairov, I'll be letting that cord kill me a bit more often. Here. No, Ted isn't the villain in Suikoden 4. He is in Suikoden 4. And you get him pretty late, he does something kind of shitty. But he's not the villain. Yeah, that's fair. I'm with you on that. Although we do use Hicks more than Tengar in the speedrun, sadly. In my hard route edition, we use Tengar quite a bit more, but in this version, where my war battles aren't set up as nicely because of console differences, I do use Hicks more. Because we take him from Netcourt's castle, we never use Tengar at all, and... Oh, here's a 3:12-second time save. In my old any % PB, I thought I had to talk to Zorak here. Turns out you don't. Literally 3:12 seconds or so. Okay, but I can't line up a Marco. Look at my money, I have 310 bits. Lol. I'm fucking broke, dude. Jesus. Literally have no freaking money. Luckily this is manip, you get no battles here, and you never bribe with this route. To be fair though, most other people don't have portraits. Hicks has a portrait. The only other person in town with a portrait is her father, Window, the guy with the top hat and a monocle, and Moose. Actually, yeah, she should have went for Moose, honestly. Moose is kind of cool. Alright, so I'm gonna do some extra... Shit, can I even do extra stuff with this route? Running into a wall there really sucks. This might bite me in the ass. I might end up doing a different extra battle, but it won't lose me too much time if I do get the extra battle. In fact, I might be able to save some time overall if I do the extra battle. I don't know. It's very tight money-wise. But I'm gonna pick that up, pick up that Crimson Cape there, and I'm gonna pick up these 5,000 bits here. This will give me just enough money to bribe Crystal Core if I have to. There. If this gave me a full armor, that would be fucking amazing, but I have not found any way to manip it. At least not off this battle. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's impossible without wasting a shit ton of time. Nah, I don't know about... That's why she chooses Netcord. Well, Netcord is Hugo's father, so he has that going for him. I don't know about Window, though. I think I'd take Hicks over Window. Alright, so this is a failed run, but it's a quick failed run. Sadly, I have a different version of the route that's a bit better, but there's another 2 Quaidol battle, and it's not as good of a failed run. One of them does that stupid slow attack with the rocks falling. That's the second battle, right? Yeah, that's the second battle. Ooh, nice, we've got 111 speed, that means I save 5 seconds on Network. Alright, so what I'm hoping for here is I don't get into a battle with 3 red elementals and 2 banshees. I should be safe in terms of like steps, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, we're good. Not even close. Okay, this is the last battle in here. I could probably skip that if I can pick up those treasure chests. Hey Kubutora. Big Kwang Balls did me a solid and hosted me, so that's why it's so packed in here. But many more people than usual. But it's nice. Thank you all for staying, by the way, those of you that stayed. I really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the run and the conversation. And my face. That's a new thing for the stream, my face. And that speedrun piece could actually be kind of useful in very rare cases, but if like the fluke doesn't have how am I doing? I freaking walked past him. Oh really? Wow, well, that's cool. That's funny, because I've gotten 2 hosts today that are somewhat big. Dreamy Warrior hosted me for 10, and Big Kwang Balls hosted me for like 150. That was a massive host. So it's kind of cool that I got somebody in here new that's from somewhere else. That's awesome. I figured you would, with your name though, you had to be a Suikoden fan. I just didn't know where you came from. It's obvious that you're a fan of this game with your freaking username. So it doesn't surprise me that you found me through the RPG section. That's generally how I find players of Suikoden also. I follow all of the games, so it's like if anybody ever streams them, I'm like, oh, cool, let's check them out. Alright, I feel like the split has been really slow so far. I feel like I'm about even right now with my PB. Because I had to do that extra shot, my village, my cave of the past, I walked through, I picked up some extra stuff, I got one more battle. It took me a second to line myself up with this guy with Marco, and I think I stood still for a second when we got here, because I thought there'd be more text. I thought that was your real name. Okay. Maybe I should name a kid McDole. What would my future wife or girlfriend think? Oh, if she doesn't play Suikoden, she'd probably hate it. But, well, if she's a good wife or girlfriend and she loves me, she'll play this game, I think. And then we can name her some McDole. Tickdole. Although, honestly, do I really want to name a kid after the hero here? Think of it a tragic life that I'll be, like, giving him. Freaking, I'll end up dead. Maybe this isn't such a good idea after all. Freaking, I'll get killed by my own son. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, well, McDole wouldn't work as a last name. I was thinking like maybe Tur. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't want to get murdered by my son. I'll die proud of him, but I'll still fucking die. And if I'm dead, no more speedruns. Like, how will you guys survive without me? I'll have my son take over my Twitch stream after he kills me. He can be the Suikoden speedrunner. What do I gotta do here? Name him Window. Oh god. He'll beat my speedrun and kill my world record. Oh no, I can't have that. Yeah, never mind, we're definitely not doing that. Okay, so I gotta remove Earth from Cleo, and then I gotta give Cleo champions. Oh, see, I knew I forgot something. I gotta remove Birdman too. Damn it, that was a little sloppy because I forgot to do that. And I'm gonna sell that Crimson Cape. I'm hoping this gives me enough money. If it doesn't, I wasted quite a bit of time here for like no reason. I'll find out eventually. But I have to go back here again now because I need to sell this Crimson Cape. I'll sell that too. I'll do that shit. 1500 bits can't hurt. Might be the breaking point, honestly. Yeah, I should have enough money. I should get 19,000. I had 37,000, so I should have 56,000 after we're done. No, 26,000 after we're done with Neckward's Castle. And I need to have 22,000 about, a little under 22,000. That's like my point because I needed to bribe Crystal Core. Yeah, not mine. I want to stay on top. My son ain't beating me in no video games. My future son doesn't exist yet. But the day he does, I'll be very proud. Of course, he'll be when I'm old and senile, and my fingers are broken, I can't hold a controller. Maybe then he can beat me at some video games. Not until then, though. Not true. It's because we were talking about naming McDole. So I assumed son. If I have a daughter, I think I'll name her Cleo. Cleo's a good gal. It's actually not even a bad name, honestly. Cleo. I think that's actually a pretty name. Or if I want to make my daughter's future boyfriend or husband suffer, I can name her Tengar. And then, like, the Hicks will be miserable, getting dragged around Kobold villages, completing random quests, and he'll be, like, none the wiser. That'd be funny, too. I'll just be laughing somewhere. Arch. Oh god, no, let's not do arch stats. I don't want that for my little girl. You can. I wouldn't mind Miyakis. Actually, I really like Miyakis, the character. I don't know about the name, like where I live. I don't know how well Miyakis would go. Well, Miyakis is one of my favorite characters of the series. Really wish I got to use her more. Like, I want to play Suikoden 5 right now just so I can use some Miyakis. She's such a badass. Like, the character is amazing. Like, the character development, the character herself is so good. Miyakis is wonderful. And then, she's also amazing in battle. Like, she is, like, top 5, I think, in battle. She is so good. Wait, I only have... Really, Luke? You only have one earthquake? God damn it. That cost me like 7 seconds. What was your magic stat, my dude? 56. 44, oh my god. Your magic growths were so bad this run. You need 159. He must have had horrible magic growths. Because his magic stat's so low, I need to heal here. Alright, I need to see how many he has after this. I think I can get away with... No, I can't get away with 2. I need more than 2. Or it couldn't get really close if I have 2. So yeah, I'm gonna have to heal again after this battle too. After the battle I kill. Oh, yeah, I'm not naming my kid Gene. That's a terrible idea. I have 3. 2 Cleo will have 4 storms. I have 7 battles I have to do. I can actually get away with not healing, but I'll have to do a Shining Wind. It's cutting it very close, and since this is my first run of this category, since I've made my route, I'm not gonna risk it. Am I on pace here? I'm not sure where I am time-wise. These cutscenes actually take like a solid minute time-wise. I feel like I'm actually making decent time here, which is surprising because I feel like I've played this segment really poorly, and I've definitely had some time losses. What I'm wondering, yeah, I think if I let Network kill me the first time, I think time and money-wise that would have been optimal. I think that would have been like 10 seconds faster. Because what that would let me do is it would let me skip my second trip to Seika, or, well, my next trip to Seika after Moravia, to sell stuff. I would have had enough money for Crystal Core and Sonia, probably. It would have been close, though. I'd have to, like, keep track of my money. I needed, like, 33,000, basically. 33,003, actually, to be precise, to bribe both of them. Michelle Venus costs 30,000 to bribe, and then Sonia costs 3,000 to bribe. So I would have needed 33,003. That's like the thing I want to cut out of my route right now. I want to cut out my trip to Seika to sell stuff. Because before I would do a rune shop and I would sell stuff there to get money for Shasta Zarade and Gregminster. Or Shasta Zarade, really. But now I sell stuff in Gregminster, so I don't need to sell before Gregminster there. And I don't need the rune shop anymore. Because I freaking what's it called? I just don't swap runes until Gregminster. I don't need that rune shop. So I'm just like wasting time there. I don't usually dodge there. Whatever. As long as you get the run. That's like the one failed run I take in here. So I have 2 earthquakes. Should I stay? Should I stay or should I go? You gotta let me know. And this is what I mean by stay. By stay I mean take a step. What the fuck was that movement? Take a nap in a coffin. That heals me. Also takes like 5 seconds or 6 seconds. I don't know. I never actually timed it. Plus the movement's annoying. You're taking extra steps. Could mess up RNG even then. I'm gonna get my battle route here. Oh, wow. I got it pretty late. Cool. So I'm safe in terms of manip. Let's not do that. That actually sucks. Oh, I got split. I split a little bit late. What the fuck? 30 seconds lost? I knew this was not that good, but that was worse than I thought. Way worse than I thought. I split late, so it's like 30 seconds lost. I'm still on PB pace, but that sucks. And since I messed up my movement a few times, I'm a bit worried about my manip here. Alright, I take Cleo, Stallion, and Blue King. And I walk in Ante only, right? Use closer stairs. Yeah, I have 26,000, I'm good on money here. I need 22,000 roughly. Alright, let's hope for the best here. This manip is a bit sketchy, to say the least. But it's kind of important too. And it's not it's not super tight. It's tighter than I like. Like my hard route, quote unquote, was actually had an easier manip here, which is silly. But yeah. Basically the point is I don't want to have more than one failed run walking through Dragon's Den. And I'm gonna purposely set up my RNG in a little bit, doing some wonky movement that's be like, why the hell are you wasting time? What are you doing, Speedrunner? It's actually not gonna be that silly, I'll even bring it up to you guys. But I'm like purposely gonna walk and take a longer path, so I can set up my manip. I'll waste like maybe 3 seconds or so, 4 seconds. Just setting it up. I just need to advance RNG intentionally. A certain amount, and this was the best like way to time it I could find. Because RNG isn't actually step counter based. It's based on how many frames you well, it's based on a lot of things, but here it's based on how many frames I spend in the town, and I just count that using steps. So if I didn't have enough money here, remember when I had 310? To actually, you gotta pay 200 bits for this guy's meal. So if you didn't have enough money here, this isn't what you needed the money for, but if you didn't have enough money here, you would actually end up washing dishes instead of continuing right away. And it would be a nice time waste, a hilarious time waste as well. But that should never be an issue because you need 21,000 for a bribe coming up. And also the way I moved out of the town there, when I took the stairs on the right and then moved down, and I walked the whole thing, that was the manip I was referring to earlier. Wasting some time there, but it's hopefully set me up properly here. So, the goal here is I want to see free magic shield, and then like, free magic shield 2 elemental I think, or 3 elemental 2 magic shield. If I see the next battle as like a group of 5, that means I fucked up, and I'm in trouble. If I was early and I got 3 elemental 2 magic shield right away, I fucked up, but it's not that bad. Okay, cool, we got it. Although, this is a bit tight, because the next battle after this one is a failed run. And I really don't want to get it. This manip is actually really tight. You need to get like those 3 battles, otherwise you probably won't make it through in time. I could also aim for the battle before the 3 magic shield. It's a battle with 3 elementals and 2 magic shields. And it's a failed run, but it's a really quick one where they all use their fast attacks. They all target different people. So it only takes a few seconds, and after that, your next attempt you'll get a successful run. So it really isn't that bad. But it's still slower than just getting out of here with those battles, so I try to aim for those battles, and it looks like I got the manip right. Oh, I should move up here. There we go. That's a bit more optimal. I delayed my tech skip there because if I do tech skip, there's a very good chance I get a world map battle on my way out. Or on my way back here. And it's a double filled run world map battle, so I try to avoid it. Although what I didn't think about is potential battles in Dragon's Den, but it's really unlikely. I think there's like less than 10 steps in Dragon's Den when we come back to right now where you can have a battle. So, it'd be super duper unlucky if I get stuck in a battle there. Super duper unlucky. Looks like I have some time to save on the split too. I have like 25 seconds by the looks of it. I remember I failed 3 runs. I had the failed run I was talking about earlier at the start of this place. And then I have the failed run I'm trying to avoid by doing my tech skip in Dragon Knight Fortress. Also, whenever it's a text skip, that's whenever you enter a town in this game, it gives you like a text box with the town's name, and RNG is advancing during that time because NPCs are like being moved, even if they're like not on screen. But you can skip the town text and like get in control earlier, but you'll just end up earlier in the RNG. So normally you want to text, you do want to do text skip since it saves like a second. But since you'll never be frame perfect with your X input, it's always gonna be a little bit random where you are in the RNG afterwards. It's like a range, really. It's a small range. For precise manips, you don't want to do it. And in some cases, you don't want to advance you want to advance RNG more, so you purposely let it go. Or you want to advance RNG less, so you do text skip. It's like a very minor way of manipulating RNG. You can have like a small impact, kind of. Alright, we picked that item because it's worth a lot. In this range, like, you can get battles here, but in the range of RNG that I end up in here, it's all successful runs, and it's never more than one battle. They're all spaced apart by like 700. So even though I got that battle, it's no big deal. I don't even like keep my tool here open to see what battles I get. I know that it's gonna be safe unless I messed up really badly earlier and like had to kill a battle or something. In Glitchless, that area is a bit more scary because you don't have, it's a bigger range of battles that you can get into, and there's a lot more failed runs in there. So that part's always very scary whenever you're running Glitchless, but at 90% it's pretty safe. In Glitchless, I actually keep track of where I am here, and 90% I don't. Plus in Glitchless, you also have to do a boss fight here, and if you get unlucky, you can kill your backbite mage and pop one of your Jai zones, which hurts for later. That's another issue in Glitchless here. Alright. So we're gonna save like 25 seconds on the split, by the way. So we're gonna be ahead again. And then, if I'm not mistaken, my next split after this is like 30 seconds slow because I got really unlucky. Well, I messed up my manip and I got really unlucky, essentially, in my PD. There's like a certain like, you get into like, you're aiming for a certain range of battles, most of them are runs. But if you end up late in the range, you end up on a battle that could be a failed run. And then, just based off luck, it's either a failed run once, and then you get a run on the second turn, or a failed run 5 times, and then you get a run on the 6th turn. Back when I was like competing for this record with Seiya, I remember getting really tilted because in Seiya's run, he messed up, he got that same battle, and he got the 1 failed run. But when I did it, I got the 5 failed runs. And I was really upset about it. I was watching my YouTube vid, and I'm like, wow, I got so mad. I was like, what the fuck? God damn it, this is bullshit! Now it's like, whatever. I mean, I'd obviously still be upset, but I try not to get as upset when I'm streaming now. I don't know if I do a good job of it, but personally, I don't enjoy when, like, the streamer gets really upset, starts, like, yelling, and it's like... I feel like that takes kind of the fun out of it. I mean, I perfectly understand it when some people do. It's like, you put a lot of effort into, like, speedrunning or whatever you're doing, and sometimes just, like, something stupid happens, and it's really upsetting. I mean, I can relate completely, but... I feel like it's... At least for me, I don't like seeing it as a viewer, so I'm trying to keep my temper a little bit more as a streamer. As opposed to past me, who was just, like, yelling there. Ah! What the fuck? Why did that freaking fail? Oh, thank you. I've noticed myself definitely, like, getting upset and cursing in some of my runs before, but, like, I try to, like, be conscious of it and not get too upset. I just feel like it's not fun from a viewer's perspective, and, like, the streamer is really angry or upset. But I've definitely had my moments, for sure. Like, I've seen VODs of me, like, getting upset. Like, I don't look for me, like, getting upset in VODs, but, like, I could, like, backtrack and be like, how did I handle this part of the speedrun in the previous run? And it's like, I just, like, end up listening to myself, like, at a certain point, like, watching, it's like, what the hell, I got so mad at you. Or something kind of small. Like, Of course, when it's like something stupid and you end up losing a run that was ahead. Because of something retarded. Like, there was 2 glitchless runs with my new route, where for some reason I got an extra right input during a menu, and that completely messes up the manip for that area. I was very upset about that. Like, I did not press right. I swear I did not press right, and yet 2 runs in a row, on good pace, I got a right input on that square. And it's actually basically a run killer in that, in there, because you manip that battle, that, like, you specifically manip to get a certain battle, and then you manip that battle to get you a good magic level up, which is really important glitchless, because you need to have 2 judgments on McDole before you get to Shasazarade, if you want to do it quickly and safely. And like, all my RNG manips assume I have 2 judgments. So like, if you didn't get that, and you have to like, improvise after that point, it's either a humongous time loss, a lot of risk, or both. Okay, can we get on the stairs thing? So that was like, that legit tilted me, and that was fairly recently. I got pretty upset about that. That's literally like, you lost your run during a menu. Like, what the fuck, man? Alright, so you don't... Ilia offers you a ride on her dragon back to your base here. You don't want to take it. It's like 3 seconds faster to linking mirror back. Which one do I have? I should have like 2,000. Oh, what the hell? Well, it's not faster if I cancel out of my menu. I don't want to do that. Oh, I forgot to split, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot to split. Well, I forgot to split, and I saw right now that I was 4 seconds behind my split when I was way done with it. So, I think I'm ahead by like about 5-10 seconds. I'm just gonna skip my split right here. I kind of forgot about that split because I don't split it in glitchless anymore, so... Like, what the hell? My chat just like went up all the way. Unless people are repeating lines from chat right now. I like scrolled up a ton. That's weird. Yeah, new messages below. What the fuck? Highland Spy. Tag art. A Highland Spy. You know he's from Highland nobility because of the white robes he wears. And I always make that mistake. When you get out of bed here, I always hold down before I hold right. They spend like half a second, like, I don't want to get out of bed. It's too early for this shit. Wrong splits, man. Wrong run. So, I haven't changed my names on anything here. That's only for glitchless. If it's any percent, it's not actually Hugo's father because we get the bribe in that chord, and that's obviously not an honorable man. If he accepted bribes, he can't be honorable, right? So he can't be Hugo's father in any percent. In glitchless, where he fights to the death, that's where he can be Hugo's father. Okay, in case anyone is wondering, there's a fan site called Suikoden that has a bunch of like fan theories on like Suikoden lore and stuff. And based off like 2 of the articles in there put together that are theorizing on Hugo's father, we came to the conclusion that the most likely father for Hugo, which is one of the protagonists in Suikoden 3, is actually Nekor, the vampire we bribed earlier. Right, yeah, my theory makes perfect sense. It's perfectly logical. No doubt about it. Alright. Okay, no, it's right there. This stream is sponsored by Suikoden.com. I'm not sure how much benefit that'll give me, but why not? Oh, something I've been doing whenever I PB nowadays is I read fan theories on Suikoden as a celebration. So if we PB today, I'll probably end up doing that. And if you don't know about, like, if you're not into the series what am I doing? If you're not into... I fixed up my actions there twice because I went through 2 different versions of this route. If you're not into the series, I don't think that'll be too much fun for you, but if you are, Suikoden series are a fun way to pass the time. Okay, so coming up is a very important menu because RNG is advancing through it. And we actually manip like the RNG here to get a series of battles where it's all successful runs. So we want to make sure we do this quickly. Although, if I do it too quickly, that could actually screw me over too, because I'll get a world map battle, so let's fucking hope for the best here. This is something that I've messed up quite a few times in my previous run, so I'm a bit worried. It's actually one of the harder manips. Okay, I think that was good. I just have to do that menu right there where I'm adding people very quickly. So I'm thinking, if I took the loss on Netcore the first time, no battle, nice. So that means I'm in the right spot. I was gonna say, if I took that first battle and let him kill me instead of bribe glitching him, I could skip my town. I could skip what I'm gonna do after this segment here, after I split. But I don't know which one's actually faster, because since I leveled up in Kairov, there's almost no way that Netcore kills me in 3 turns. I'd have to get really lucky. I don't manip that battle. If he kills me in 4 turns, I think it's about If he kills me in 3 turns, I save a little bit of time. If he kills me in 4 turns, I think I lose a little bit of... No, I still save time because I skip a shot. I think I save time until it gets like 5 turns. Yeah. Anyway, we did this properly. These are the first 2 battles I'm supposed to get, so we're good. I think I'll only have 1 more battle in here. I actually did a really good job of this manip, and that means I'll save time here, because as you can see, my PB is 30 seconds behind gold here, and this is like gold split pace. You won't see it because I forgot to split the Joshua split, but that was like gold pace also, so I should be a good bit ahead after this. I made a few small mistakes with like the war battle menuing and stuff, but nothing major. Nothing more than like 7-8 seconds put all together. Also, I think I might have a theory route soon that kills Milik, now that I think about it. Just a random thought. Well, like, so there's... Remember when we recruited this guy? If we recruit him, we get this whole dialogue here. He walks out, it's like blah 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 blah. It saves like 5 seconds, I think, or something like that, if you don't recruit him, if you kill him instead. And I think I might have a route in mind that does that. Also, look at that, 44 seconds ahead. So if I let Netcore kill me, I could skip this right here when I'm teleporting to Seika and go into the item shop here to sell stuff. I think that could be avoided if I let Netcore kill me. Because I need 33,003 bits for this next part right here. And if Netcore costs 30,000 to bribe the first time and the second time. So if I let him kill me and didn't bribe him, I'd have the money for this next segment, and I wouldn't need to go to the item shop there to sell stuff. Which is a bit inefficient. Save the Milik, kill the frames. That'll be our freaking, that'll be our donation incentive for my stream. You kill Milik, save the frames, or save Milik, kill the frames. Except it would be a terrible donation incentive, because whichever one you do would change the manips for the rest of the run. Or not the rest of the run, but a good portion of it. It would change the Moravia manip, the Shasta Zarate manip, and the Gregminster manip. And the Tae-ho manip, actually. So it would change a lot. Maybe even the Cave of the Past manip. But not the Neckward's Castle manip. Actually, depending on what route I do, it could even change that also. So it would actually be a terrible donation incentive, because it would change like the second half of the run. Actually, I think so depending on what war battle I get for Shasta Zarate, I might not even need a 3rd mage anymore with my current route. Let me do... Actually, no, this route, never mind. I do still need a 3rd mage. I'm really close to cutting out a mage on Uber, and I'm cutting out a mage already on Sonya. Uber's war battle is the only war battle where I'm using an extra mage now. Every other war battle now, I only use I use 2 mages max. I mean, I only have 3 mages available for Griffith, Sonya, and Bregminster. And Griffith is so fast you'll never get to use 3 mages. Sonya, you can use 3 mages, but my current route uses 2 generally. It's a bit more optimal. Because it lets you figure out what RNG you're on earlier, and you don't have to use a ninja. And you can manip it a bit better too. You can choose like which part of the RNG you land on. Gives you a bit more options there. And Uber, I still use 3 mages. Also, fun fact, my Uber war battle is now a 3-turn, or not a 3-turn, a 5-turn war battle. The only thing is, I do use a strategist. So there is that extra bit of dialogue with Matthew. It's not actually that much faster. It might even be like a second or 2 slower. But I actually do it in 5 turns. Before it would always be in 6 turns for any percent. That's kind of cool. But Uber's the only place now where I lose like time. And honestly, if I don't have the extra mage unit and my war battle ends up kind of the same as my current one, I could literally just do double charge, skip strategist, and I think it might work. I'd have to test. Okay, I need to switch to my spreadsheet now. I could also have a drink here. So I have a bit of a chart here. I don't have every single possible RNG value covered, but I have all the most likely ones. What we're going to do here, on the second turn, we're going to charge. We're going to see what she does. We're going to see how many units we lose. And that'll tell us what RNG we're on. That's also why we don't need free magic here anymore. I actually use 2 charges. The first one to see what RNG I'm on, and the second one to kind of manipulate to give me a good, like, fortress. Like, with random battles. So here's what I need to pay attention. So, if I miss it, because, well actually if I miss it, I'm fucked. I'm just gonna take my time here. Alright, Sonya's charge, that's the most common one by far. 29-22. Okay, I see it. 29-22, I magic this turn. This is 0x47. Then this turn she's gonna do we're gonna do bandits. I don't think this one's that good. I think this one has a random battle. Alright, and then next turn magic. Hurry up, guys. I think this is one of my slower shots as Arades. But honestly, all of them are faster than my previous stuff. Yeah, this is one of the weaker ones. This one starts off with a battle and it still has 3 encounters, so it's kind of shitty. Alright, so I'm really short on money. I have about 80,000. Yeah, I won't have enough money even if I pick up extra stuff. Did I skip the MasterCard maybe? I'm at what, 80k right now? No, I don't think I can skip MasterCard even. So yeah, this one is about 18 seconds. No, this one's like 22 seconds slower than like an optimal Maserati. This is like one of the worst ones. Also, this is where I take Hicks with me because it's just convenient in the menu. His high enough level is like along the way in the menu. And we take Kasim also because it's high level. Alright, so this is where this one kind of sucks. I have to kill these guys. There's like no... Basically what I do is I try a bunch of charges for my second charge. And I see if like I can set it up. Because like, depending which charge you do, it kind of gives you different RNG. I try to set it up for, like, so I can get an RNG where I don't have to do any battles in here. But there's no good one for this RNG. So I have to take like my least worst one, which is this one. Where I do one battle with the Sirens, and then the rest are just runs. But this should still be faster than my PB. Or this should be about the same speed as my PB, honestly. I think my PB had about the same thing. But my PB used the Bribe. This won't use the Bribe. This one's better money-wise. And my PB wasn't manipped, but... like, what can you do? If this is the RNG I got, that's what I gotta work with. It's a pretty common one too, 0x47. Alright, 4 soldier. We should be out of here before the next one. Yeah. If I picked up the extra stuff, I would have put like that. That chest on the screen right now is a Chaos Shield. It sells for like 16,000. If I picked that up and maybe picked up the Thunder Crystal to sell, I wouldn't have enough. I'd probably get one more bad one here. Oh, what the fuck? And I still golded. This was a bad one, by the way. I also saved 10 seconds by not doing a ninja. I give up like 5 seconds by doing the battle in the way that I did, the war battle. But I was not expecting a gold, because this was with a random battle. I figured my gold probably had no random battles. So, yeah, that's nice. Oh, another time save coming up on this split. Well, there's quite a few, honestly, so I'm actually really curious about this split, because I'm doing some extra stuff, but I'm also saving time by not doing some stuff. So before, I would always heal. I would always get Marie when I went to Seika, and I would heal here by going to the first floor and staying at the inn that I get when I recruit Marie. But we don't do that anymore. We don't need the magic points. That's like the whole reason you heal in this game, by the way, at inns. It restores your MP, which you use to kill monsters and enemies that you're forced to do, and bosses, if you're running glitchless. But we don't have to do that. But what I do have to do now is I'm gonna go to the rune shop in Gregminster. I'm gonna do some rune management. It's like take me a few seconds. And I'm gonna go to the shop there and I'm gonna sell some stuff to give me more bribes. So I will actually, like, I give up some time in menuing there, but because of all this, like, extra stuff that I do, I get to bribe 2 more soldier fights. There's 12 force battles in the upcoming segment, and I get to bribe 2 more of them because of the extra money that I make. Maybe even 3 more of them, honestly. So it's definitely worth it. Each bribe, like, each battle takes like 15 seconds if you're using optimal magic. A little bit more than 15, like 16 seconds. I'm gonna spend like 20 seconds between the rune shop and item shop, so it's worth. It's completely worth. Okay, I need to switch back to my other notes here because I don't have my war battle recruit or my war battle written down here. I think I remember it. It should be dragon magic, strategist charge magic. If this just changes on me all of a sudden, I'm thinking I might cry. But we should be fine. I haven't tested it on PSTV yet, but it should be accurate. Like, I haven't tested all the Sonya battles that I just, like, routed on PSTV, and the one that I got worked fine. There's no reason it shouldn't work. Just like, you know, I'm ahead by a minute, PB pace, aka world record pace. You get nervous around this time. It's like, what if this goes wrong? What if this goes wrong? Because things do like to go wrong in these, sadly. But we should be okay. So first turn dragon, second turn magic, third turn magic, fourth turn strategist charge, and then fifth turn magic. This is where the third magic is used in the run. And I almost cut this out. It's like, I'm really close to cutting this shit out, I feel. By the way, dragon attack never gives you any info, because dragon attack always does 25% of their unit count. So even though it's your first action every time and it advances the RNG, it doesn't actually give you any useful information. Unless you can tell what RNG you're on based on like watching the dragons like pattern of dropping bombs and shit, which I can't. You guys can give it a shot if you're into that sort of thing. That would also only be useful for the Sonya battle. I just thought that's worth mentioning. But yeah, so you have a few units here. I probably don't even need a magic here, honestly. It's still the fastest thing to do, but I could honestly probably cut out Milik and this war battle would be fine. The issue though is that if I don't have Milik, my war battle will be different, because the war battle, like how they play out, is based off the RNG and it's based off what recruits you have. So if I skip getting Milik, this war battle will be completely different, and what I have here won't work. I'll have to come up with something else. And honestly, what I have here is very good. This is the best Uber War battle I've ever had for any percent. I actually found, like, so when I was testing, like, figuring this out at first, I put in the wrong RNG value. I found something I liked, and then it's like, oh, wait. All this testing and this wrong RNG. Oh. I've been messing up that menu a lot, and that menu a lot. Wow. Wasted a few seconds there. For some reason, it's like you press right twice, but it feels like once there always. I don't know, it feels very strange. Alright, remove Cleo, and then attach Cyclone to Cleo. I haven't even looked at her magic set now that I think about it, but it should be fine. And then we're gonna go into item shop here. We're gonna sell this Master Garb, and we're gonna sell this Champion's Crystal. I have a good amount of money, more than you usually have here. Take that path. I think that's the fastest path after you shop. If I was doing Antique Route, what I could have done is, after the Rune Shop, instead of going to... what's it called? Let me bribe this guy first. Instead of going to the item shop, I could have gone to the Antique Shop to appraise some items and then sell my stuff there. But it's like, I have to go another like 20-30 steps to the left, which isn't that bad. But appraising antiques actually takes like 4 or 5 seconds each, so it's not really optimal. Alright, so I don't think I'm supposed to get a battle there. That's very scary. What the hell? What? Okay, now I'm terrified. This isn't right at all. What the fuck? Please. I am so scared. I don't know if I have enough money now. Fuck. So worst case, I'm gonna check my money after a certain point here. I'm gonna see if I have enough. I think I should be okay, because I had about 50,000 extra. Yeah, you know, I should be fine. I'm not even gonna check. I should be okay. But that's not right. That is not the RNG I'm supposed to have here. I don't know what happened. I need to reinvestigate this. Or investigate this. Not reinvestigate it. I'm supposed to have no battles in the walk here. And then I'm supposed to have 3 Phantom, 1 Enkidana, and then 1 Colossus. Instead I got 3 battles with 2 Phantoms. Honestly, if one of those Phantoms is a run, this isn't even bad. It's just like, it's not what I was expecting. Yeah, this isn't right. Fuck. Okay, this is really shitty. Wow. Okay, so I'm losing like 25 seconds or so. Why did that happen? This is still PB, this might even still be gold. So... but that's not right. That's not right at all. I don't know why that happened. That's this terrifying part to me. Maybe this is one of those war battles where charge advances the RNG differently. So like I've tested this route on emulator, and for the most part it behaves the same if you edit in the correct RNG values, which is what I've been doing. But certain war battles don't emulate the charge like RNG properly. Maybe that's what happened here. I need to investigate. Okay, this is the 4th one, I think. It doesn't matter. I'll just bribe the next one. We only bribe one of these. I have to go in 10 minutes. Oh, don't worry. This will be over. Unless you're upset about missing the Suikoden X reading. In which case, I could always put it off until a later stream. Okay, cool. I bribed the right one. Wait, what? This doesn't make sense. It's okay. I'm not gonna... I need to rewatch this. Let me check my money real quick. 87,000. Yeah, I can't bribe. If I bribe, I won't have enough to bribe Barbarossa. Okay, that's a let go. Thank God. Yeah, I'm supposed to have enough magic here. You have 8 spells to work with. I did 3, 5... Did Luke only have 3 hits or something? What the hell happened? This looks so weird to me. I need to rewatch the footage here. I thought I saw him with 5. I guess he had 3 earthquakes, which means his magic stat was shit, which I kind of already knew, to be honest. Thanks, man. It's not over yet. Actually, like, I can really get screwed over on the walk back from Barbarossa, because that part, it can't be manipped. So if the game decides to be a dickhole, I could lose a ton of time, even game over, possibly. Now that I know how like RNG works, once after Barbarossa, I'm never confident until like I get past all the potential battles. Oh man, I'm not even really saving time here. I'm saving maybe a few seconds. Oh, not more than a few. I'm saving like 15. I'm not even golding here. That's sad. I thought this would be a free gold. No, I'm saving like 8 seconds maybe. Nine seconds. I should be saving like 30 seconds on that split. Just FYI. This would have been a lot better, if I got lucky, I guess. I didn't know what those 1 phantoms were, so I just bribed them because I had more money than usual. Since I have killed those 4 sirens, and I didn't take advantage of the extra gold for anything, I thought it'd be okay. But I think it put me just below the amount of money I needed to bribe the last group of 4, so I ended up having to do an extra battle. Brilliant idea. I'm sure that's exactly how it works. I'll just start shaking my monitor. And I have my webcam on my monitor, so... Or my webcam. I get a webcam on my phone. So... You'll get the shaky cam too. Everything will shake, besides the game. Oh, actually, no, everything besides the splits will shake. In the chat. Oh yeah, so... In case anyone's wondering, in a little bit, Barbarossa is gonna jump off this balcony here with his wife. And the impact will be so great that it causes an earthquake. The whole palace starts to collapse, and the screen starts shaking. And that shaking actually advances RNG by like between 3 and 4 every single frame, or something along those lines. At a rate of 3 to 4. I don't actually know how much like it advances per frame, what it determines. I'm guessing it determines like which direction to shake it and how much, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the screen's about to go start shaking, and the RNG is about to start advancing. And it makes the random battles incredibly unpredictable, because that's based off RNG. So... But the thing is, there's very little left to do. There's like only a little bit of walking left, or running. So it's only for a small segment that I'm not manipulating random battles. In my PB, apparently, I had 1 random battle, and I had to let go and run. How much money do I have? I had 89,000, I got another 3,220. I should have about 90,000 to work with for bribes. So as long as there's no Colossus or a Gidana, I should be able to bribe 1 battle for sure. And I could probably bribe like 1 Colossus also. Alright, cool. That's the first little walk. Yeah, between the stairs and the door there. Door frame. Yeah, it's silly, right? I never even knew about this. What was that? That was horrible. Yeah. Really? Okay, it's a lot. Whatever, I lost 3 seconds. I'm not gonna complain about that. If I crashed into a wall there, I wouldn't have had that battle. Or, actually, maybe I skipped battles before I crashed, because I crashed into a wall there. Who knows? Yeah, in theory, if you were like a god, you can skip every single battle by using the movement, like the screen shaking, and then every time a battle's about to happen, you just don't take a step. But that's not really humanly manipulable. Maybe with Champions Rune, it's like because the windows would be bigger, but not without Champions Rune, and not even really with that. It's like it would be an insane strat. Was this gonna be sub 2? Oh, sick! This is gonna be sub 245. That was my final goal. That was my final goal for this category back in the day. Before I kind of gave up because I realized how hard it would be. I found new stuff since then. That's why it's a bit more doable now, as you can see. But 2 years ago or so, when I was running this category a lot, this was my final goal was sub 245, or even a 245. I would have been really happy with. So the fact that I got on like my first attempt here is pretty cool. That's nice. The Queen sub 245 too. It's like 240, 440 or so. I always underestimate how long this text is. $244.43! Woohoo! New world record! Yeah, oh defa. Fuck Tae-ho is just because fuck Tae-ho, there's no pun there. GG. Whew, that's pretty cool. Like I said, 2 years ago when I so if you guys watch my VOD from about 2 years ago when I got the old world record of 246.03, LCC was asking me what I think I could bring this time down to. I'm like, maybe 245, but it's really unrealistic. This run is super optimized. I don't think it's gonna get much lower. And here we are. 244.43. Pretty good. GG, man. G fucking G. Pretty happy with this. Obviously, we're gonna keep working on this because this was literally my first run of my updated route. There's a lot of room for improvement still. Well, there's the VOD still. I'm sorry that you missed it, but there's always the VOD. I'm not one of those people that doesn't have past broadcasts on. I actually hate that. Like, for a lot of like fighting game events back when I was into that, they wouldn't have past broadcasts on, so if I wanted to watch something that like happened, I couldn't, and it sucked. I had to wait for him to upload to YouTube or I never got to watch it. And I was like, the first thing I did when I started streaming, I'm like, yeah, I'm turning past broadcasts on. Probably. I'm not sure yet, Shamel, because I'm not even sure I'm done rerouting. I'm still very unhappy with my whole Necklord to Joshua segment. And I feel like I can, if I figure out a better money route, I can cut out 20 seconds on Sonya, because I can skip going to Seika. Like, I feel like there's still so much room for improvement. Also, another idea I had is if instead of like trying to manage my money so super tightly, just make sure I have 9,000 going into Shasa Zarate and do one battle. And that will give me enough money to that'll give me enough money to skip my Seika trip. That's worth doing. That's definitely worth doing. Well, it's not even a big difference, honestly. It saves like 5 seconds. But yeah. But what I could do is I'm gonna let the credits run for now, then I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I have like in terms of notes. And maybe I'll read off some Suikoden X for those of you that are into that. But for those of you that just were here for the speedrun and are gonna bounce now, thank you for watching. Hope you guys all come back. Oh, thank you for the follow for Mada808. For those of you, Big Fong Walls, thank you for the host. Dreamy Warrior, thank you for the raid. For those of you that aren't familiar with those two guys, Big Fong Balls runs a lot of RPGs. He runs Phantasy Star primarily right now, as far as I know. I've seen him run some Final Fantasy VI. Cool guy. If you guys haven't watched him, you should watch him. And Dreamy Warrior is actually doing a Summer of Suikoden stream right now, where he's going to go through every game in the series pretty much. He's going to go through 1 through 5 Tactics and Tier Crease, which is like the outside of the universe DS Suikoden game. So if you guys are interested in Suikoden and you want to learn more about the story or all the games, something more casual where you actually get to see what the hell's going on in the game, you guys should watch him. He's actually a really cool streamer too. He has a great personality. I think you guys will like his stream. So go check both of those guys out. Really cool people. As for me, I'll be doing this for a while. I don't know if I'll always do a webcam. That's like a... I felt like doing it today. I'm not gonna keep the cam up all the time. I don't know how many people care about that. But I will be doing more runs of this. I still want to improve the route. There was some weird stuff that happened in this one that I need to investigate. Like, well, I messed up my calc manip, so I'm not sure what happened there. My Gregminster, I actually really have to investigate for this run. My war battle was completely different from what, or my battles after the war battle were completely different from what I had in emulator. I'll look into it. I doubt it though. Oh, also, man, I don't have a save ready, so I can't show it off, sadly. But in like the last 2 weeks, we found the only 2 wall glitches that are currently known in this game. As far as I know, maybe some other people have discovered stuff and haven't shared. A few weeks ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, maybe a bit more, I discovered that you can use the stairs in Ante to clip into certain buildings and into like pots. Most of it results in a soft walk. You can get onto the roof of Jean's room shop, but there's nothing like particularly useful. It's like there's nothing speedrun viable or even gameplay viable. It's just like it's cool bug. And then earlier today, Dreaming Warrior, after getting a nameless urn drop, which is a really rare drop that you need to recruit someone, he was just running around in Taehan, and he accidentally clipped into a wall. And that's like the first time I've ever seen that, so he discovered another clip in Recon. Not Recon, sorry, in Taehan. Where like by the blacksmith, you can get onto the bushes, and from those bushes you can get like onto the roof of the blacksmith, and you can also get stuck in a wall. You can like go off the roof into like the higher platform above it. Once again, nothing useful or like nothing like good for speedrun or even like casual stuff like that's super interesting, but also cool. Those are like the only 2 wall clips I know of, and they were both found in like the last month. One was just found randomly. The one I found in Ante, I was investigating a thread on Suikoden, where some guy got stuck in Ante behind, I think, what's his face? It's Tesla's house. I'm just like, I was messing around on stream. I'm like, I wonder how that happened. I started investigating and happened to find it. That was cool. It actually works because the stairs in Ante that go left and right, whenever you take a step on them, if you step left or right, they actually move you 4 steps on at a time. But if you bounce off walls in this game, it kind of like moves you automatically. And if you bounce off walls, it doesn't move you those 4 steps, it moves you 1 step. So you can bounce off walls on the stairs, you can line up in a way that where you would like line up at the top of the stairs and then you take a step left. And since it automatically moved you those 4 steps left every time you took a step left or right, you can end up inside a wall. Really cool glitch. Not useful for anything sadly, but it's really interesting. Also, I want to see if there's anyone I can host. Ooh, actually I have a nice person to host, although sadly it's French, so I don't know how much you guys would enjoy a French stream. But there's another guy doing a Summer of Suikoden. His name is Jim Deathwalk, and he's streaming Suikoden 5 right now, which is an amazing game. It's so good. Oh yeah, managed to get inside that child, that was cool. Yeah, we got inside a child NPC, don't take it out of context. New people. I am not a child molester. I actually tried that in Magician's Eye, but you couldn't do anything. At least not with the stairs. Thus, the left and right stairs, they actually don't let you move up and down on them. And the ones that are like up and... Oh, there's no up and down ones there. It's just left and right ones, and you can't move up and down on them at all. It literally blocks movement. Up and down, which is silly. At least on the bottom ones. On the top ones, I don't think it does, but there's nothing you can do with them. So, I already checked that out. There's also Garen, where the steps in Garen actually move you 2 at a time, but there's no way to bounce off walls to make you move 1 at a time. So you're just stuck moving 2 at a time, and you can't use it to clip anything. And like, that's why I thought that Ante had the only wall clip, because it's the only one of stairs. But, nope. You got freaking random one in Taehan. The one in Taehan's so weird because you clip into like the bush, but like, so the movement that you do to clip into the bush works because of something weird. If you sit in the same spot and you try to walk up into the bush, it won't work. But if you go on to like, if you like, say you need the blacksmith, you move left, you move up, get into that corner, then you move down and left a little bit, so you can move up into the bush, it'll work after you've entered that corner. It's so random. Like, you're literally doing the same movement as you would be normally, except you entered like a corner before you started that movement and it lets you clip it. It's so strange. Which makes me wonder if there's more clips available, because like the stair one was based on stairs, that one's like based off a corner or something. It's really strange. I'm really, like, my dream is for like, there'd be a clip to like maybe skip Garen or skip Waba, go straight back to Gregminster somehow. I don't think that's realistic, but that would be awesome. But more realistically, maybe something like skipping Cowan that lets you get past the guards in Craze's house, so you could enter Craze's mansion early, maybe skip the wheel and the whole Haunt mansion sequence. Maybe something like that. Or maybe get into Kamendol's house early in Taehan and skip some cutscenes with like the rapids and stuff. I think maybe something like that might be possible, but I think the Kamendol one would probably softlock because you don't have Gen in your party. And the Cowan one might actually work, because Lapon's never in your party. I can see Lapon just being in the house if you clip into it. So... what I'm gonna do is I gotta find the walk through walls glitch and test it with that. I think that's probably a good idea. See what would actually be useful. Like, what would soft lock and what would let you do stuff. Could be interesting. Assuming you could even get there, which I don't think you can. Alright. There you go. Credits almost over. I wanna finish that. I'll mention some stuff in my route afterwards. Alright, there we go.